I know we all make mistakes. I know it's hard to change. Why wouldn't you when you know that you were causing me pain? And maybe I was willing to, but why did you let me give you much too much? Don't know what I expect. Tell me, did you mind too much? I had to lie to be by your side. Mama said blind, but I found myself, found. I found myself, found. Eu não tô magoada, nem amargada, porque fica zangada com peixe que não voa, com frio que não amona, com deserto sem água. Não te posso forçar a ser alguém que não é. Não me senti segura dependendo de você. I know it may be hard to hear, it's harder to say. Saí, procurei. I found myself, found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I don't wanna need, if this is what it means. Never ask you to die for me, just wanted you to try for me. I could never rely on you like you relied on me, like you relied on me. They say brush is meant for shoulders, not for hips. You believed every lie that left your lips high. Rather know the truth than cling to fallacy. Afraid that I will see it's right in front of me. I found myself, found. I found myself, found myself, found. I lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. Sometimes I need to be reminded. Lose my life and I will find it. No texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get. In this moment, yes, I cannot say what's wrong or right. No, it's not hard to fool me. 'Cause I'm addicted to the good life. Yeah, lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no better one.
Shout out to everybody right here tonight.
Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Come on.
It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me. No, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find a better one. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Back. We are back.
You want to come on with me and spend a month?
So what is this? You just want to be held, or you want the LD?
What you think it is? I want the LD, baby. And then I want to be held. That's all right with you?
You know me. It's my duty to please that booty.
Yo, peace and blessings. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everyone that's out here tonight. You are here of another edition of the Black Bottom broadcast. It's been a long week. I'm tired. Anyway, but we're gonna pull through this tonight. We're here to bring the real, have grown folks conversations, and have a good time doing it. Y'all been seeing what's been going on. Y'all been seeing what's been happening. Y'all been seeing all kind of shit just all across the board, just with either the Anton Daniels and the Corey Holcomb shit. What's going on with this whole migrant situation? What's going on in Iran? I mean, it is just the shit is up. And then we got nigga shit, horse shit, fuck shit, bullshit. Is this what it's all about, money? Is this what it's all about? Shit's crazy. I'm not even gonna get too long drawn into what we got going on. We're gonna get right into our show. This is part two of what I did Tuesday, but we're gonna, you know how we do it. We warm up before we do what we do. You know, we always gotta start with the body cam. Now this one right here, there, nigga. This is something that we all gonna watch together. I have not saw this before now. All right. I have not saw this before now, but this is my man Heavy Gant. Uh, a passive aggressive driver gets jammed up. I don't know what it is with a lot of us when we get into these situations with law enforcement and knowing that you riding around getting it and riding around dirty and riding around however you riding around. But man, when they pull you over, man, just do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Make things as quick and as easy as possible, especially if you know you in the right. But if you know you in the wrong, well, then you're the stuff of legends on body cam. But anyway, let's shout out to Heavy Gant for putting this out here. But we about to bring it in, so let's go.
Hi, I'm stopping your license plate. It's a back expired and suspended for an insurance violation.
Uh-oh.
You aware of that?
You fucked up
Does have your
already.
license and insurance with you?
Here we go.
See, that's the thing. This ain't the 80s. This ain't the 90s. When you driving these cars and shit like that, your tags got to be straight, your registration got to be on point, and you got to have insurance. It's the law. It's the law. You know, they can run your plate and see if you got insurance, you know? So it will behoove you people that want to ride around and flex with whatever little cars and trucks y'all be having. If nothing else, you got to have the insurance because if not, you're going to have a bad day. But let's go.
Hey, yo, this is a new channel, guys. The channel is Dr. Cops. The link's in the description. Y'all know who I do this for. Let's go.
Do you have a picture of it or an ID or anything like that? Otherwise, I can just get your name if you don't have an ID. And then is your insurance on your phone? Just when you get it pulled up, you can just wave your hand out the window. I'll look at it. You can roll the window up and stay warm, okay?
Well, she seems friendly.
Okay, just hang out for a second. Hey, so your driver's license is suspended? Are you aware of that? No. Well, it's suspended for insurance or financial.
How do y'all not be knowing when your driver's license is suspended? I knew what mine was. Well, you know what though? I take that back because at one point it was suspended, but because I was taking care of business and the very last time I got pulled over for a traffic stop, they just said that it was expired, which got me to the point where I decided to take my black ass to the DMV, do the necessary steps that I had to do to get my license reinstated, paid the freight, and now I'm legal with Eagle. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that much. I didn't have to do a whole lot. I had to take the driver's test again, the written, and the driving test, which was nothing. Did it all in one day. All I gotta do now is just renew my shit when the time is up. Matter of fact, my time is up this year. So yeah, I gotta work on getting my license renewed the day of my birthday this year in August. But come on, man. We be doing the dumbass shit. This old school way of thinking and moving and how you have cars, because anybody will sell you a car. They don't give a fuck as long as you got the money. But law enforcement, they want to make sure you got your shit up to par. Cause like if you fuck up and get into an accident, all these things, who's gonna be responsible? Who's gonna have to deal with the damages and whatever might happen in car crashes that happen every day all across the country? Just when you do things the right way, good things happen your way.
So something that happened back in 2024. It's a Class A misdemeanor in the state of Illinois. So our policies have to be placed under
Illinois, of course. Anyway, let's go.
arrest for that. You just come to the Huntley Police Department for fingerprint photograph and get picked up from there. You're not going to jail or anything like that, okay?
It always depends on the state. Like some places may let you slide with this, but nah, they trying to take her, have her take that ride. Come on.
Because too many motherfuckers in the state of the state of Illinois do the most heinous bullshit without a license. We do a lot of dumbass shit in the state of Illinois, driving dirty as shit. So yeah, they cracking down on them laws here. So if you're in the state of Illinois, if your license ain't straight, if your registration ain't straight, if you ain't got no insurance, and you doing fuck shit on the road, have a good luck with you. And then if you got to get your shit towed, oh Lord, hopefully they don't take it to Doty Road and you ain't got no money. Don't let them take your shit to Doty Road and you're broke. Because your car is good as fucked up.
So I
got my kids in the car.
You have kids in the car? You got someone come get them? Because you can't drive.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Where would they be coming from?
I don't even live here. I live all the way in Rockford.
Hey, yo, she's not from here.
Okay, so your person would be coming from Rockford?
Yeah.
Oh, Rockford, y'all motherfuckers, Rockford, take this L. I didn't heard about a lot of stories from some of the natives in Rockford. Y'all be doing some trifling ass shit. But anyway, let's go.
They gotta get on that phone, don't they? Well, I mean, she needs to find somebody to come get her kids, but it's just, it just seems like everybody on body cam, you pull them over, the first thing they do is get on the phone.
That part I don't know. All I know is she's from Rockford. But as this body cam goes on, we gonna figure out where exactly she's at right now. But all we know that she's from Rockford. I'm sure she knows that her shit. Yes, of course. Who doesn't know they license ain't suspended? I mean, come on, man. That's just stupidity. But anyway, let's go.
Sound like the kids, right? Driver's seat.
All right.
See, you want to work, you cancel late. All right, so you got someone coming. At least get the kids.
Woo, the eyes, Chico, they never lie.
Yeah. You taking the car session?
We're trying to figure that out. What do you say?
You hear this shit? First off, you gonna look at the officer like he did something wrong. Then you gonna ask a dumbass question because you know you fucked up, right? Are they gonna take the car? A large percentage of the time when you doing fuck shit in the state of Illinois, yeah, they will tow your car. They don't give a fuck if you do have someone close by that can get it. Depending on how you move determines the outcome of your stop. I've had some situations in my past where they took my shit and I had to deal with the tow. I've had some situations when they didn't take my shit and I got off with a slap on the hand. It all depends on you and what you got stopped for. But driving on a suspended license can kind of get, I don't know how it is now. I know there was some cases back in the day where they kind of would, you know, let you kind of get away with it, give you some tickets and give you the chance to look, get your shit together. But how it is now, I'm not sure. I just always make sure I got my shit straight. But all right, let's go.
Just like this. Oh. Figuring that out. Trying to figure that out. Most important thing is to get someone here for the kids.
What's going on?
Yeah, on Weber Drive and Freeman Road in Huntley.
Weber Drive and Freeman.
Big college.
Is it Freeman or Freeman?
Freeman.
Yeah. Freeman.
I don't know if she's trying to look at them with with the look of disgust. I don't know if that's what she's trying to do. That's just what it looks like. Maybe that's just the way she's, making her faces. I don't know, but it seems like every few minutes she'll look over and kind of cut her eye towards the cop. But anyway, let's keep watching.
No, I mean, let's just keep it 100. There are a lot of sisters in the state of Illinois, especially our black sisters, that have a bad disposition. They don't know how to conduct themselves. They wasn't taught properly, or even if they even was taught properly, they just are determined to just be defiant, disobedient, want to do what the fuck they want to do, and they wonder why they are so stressed. They wonder why they are always in mess. They wonder why they don't never elevate in their life to the point where they're happy. There are a lot of sisters in the state of Illinois, black sisters, that have a bad disposition about themselves. It ain't just, well, it goes across from state to state, but what I have experienced, what I know about a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women in the city and in the surrounding areas of Chicago, they just have a bad disposition about things, and it might be because how they was brought up. It might be the experiences they dealt with in life. I mean, I don't know. But in certain situations, a lot of them get this attitude like what she's showing right now because she wasn't taught the conflict resolve. Or maybe she doesn't want to. Maybe she feels like, oh, why y'all fucking with me? That might be it too. But regardless of the fact, a lot of them just don't want to be told something. A lot of them just don't want to be held accountable for things. And they think, they're being victimized. I mean, how are you being victimized and you driving around with a suspended license and the cops pull you over? I mean, goddamn. I mean, what you think he's supposed to just let you go? But let's see what goes on with this.
What address do you live at? Because everything has a different address on it, just so I know. For the tickets, so your mail goes to the right spot. Okay, and then where's the weed at? So I can smell the cannabis from here.
God damn, man. So she's also smoking in her car. So in addition to possibly going to jail, maybe getting her car towed, the car about to get searched.
Well, I'll be searching the car, so it's easier if you just tell me where it is. Why am I smelling it if there's nothing in the car?
There you go.
Maybe if someone starts commenting, you can roll the window up.
What the? So not only is her license suspended, she's smoking weed in the car. Parlaying and partying and just having not a care in the world. And I'm not condoning this. You know who gets away with a lot of shit when they drive around? People that have a legitimate license, people that have current insurance on their car, people that respect the laws of the road. It's been plenty times that people that do those three things can do things in their car. The cops wouldn't even fuck with them. Because don't think that they don't fucking pull up at any given time. They can run your plate. Your whole story is there when they run it. So why fucking take the risk? Yeah, was it Paul? Why she was smoking weed in the car? And her kid, yeah, her kids is in the car. She don't give a fuck. And don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna knock anyone that smokes the herb, because me and mine smokes the herb. Our babies be wanting to always get around when we doing that shit, and we got to get them up out of there. Like, hey, no, it is what it is. Got to move around. Especially if you get pulled over by the police. You don't think DCFS gonna get involved? You done did the dummy. But hey, what do I know? This is what happens when lazy niggas do lazy shit. Now they gonna search it. Of course they are. We're gonna watch it right now.
Stay warm, okay? So, was that Uber? Yeah. You have the license with you?
Yeah. I'll be down there. Yeah.
I'll take it off. Huh? Try to wave it down, see what.
You're not gonna stop because I paid for it. You're not gonna. It's a legal trip.
It's just that car can't be on the roadway.
It ain't the way I can take it because we ain't gonna handle it.
Can you take the Uber back home? Or?
No, I just spent all my money to get out here.
Damn.
And I get you. As much as I like to smoke, and drive around and do what I got to do, guess what? I'll wait till I go home. You know, it's just certain shit you just don't do in the car in this day and time. You just don't do it. Drinking heavy liquor in the car, dumping loud music in your car. You know what I'm saying? With the speakers and the amps and all this other shit. There's a time and a place for it. But if you know you driving dirty, that's not the kind of shit that you want to do, because that brings attention to you, unwanted. Period. And I don't even, and I do it every time. I wait till I get home. Yeah, smoke. Yeah, exactly. You- Look, there's nothing wrong with what we do as far as our vices and what we have, but there's a time and a place for that shit. If you can't wait till you get home to do that shit, there's something wrong with you. If you just gotta just drive and just smoke, just drive and just drink, and your shit's fucked up on top of it, you asking for trouble. Why don't you understand that shit? Men and women. It ain't just women that's doing this shit. It's men too. They look at us even harder. But ladies, come on, man. Get this shit together. God damn.
Let him go. Just say we're on private property thing.
Man, at least she came to get the kids. Like, a little silly shit like this, man, is just gonna set you back even further. Set you back even further. You already had issues with your insurance. Now they caught you smoking weed. This is just an extra case on top of what you already ain't handling.
Here's your license. You can have a seat in the passenger seat for now. Let's have you come back here.
No, she in one of them surrounding towns, but I know she's said she's from Rockford, so maybe it's somewhere around them surrounding towns. I'm not sure. But, you know, I guess when we see the actual squad car, we'll figure that out as far as where they from. Like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing this with us. We all watching this together in real time. I haven't even seen this video. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know if it was even from here, but Illinois, we got to take this L. We got to stop doing this dumb shit.
Do you want to leave anything with her?
No, I can keep my stuff back.
I will have to take it from you. It can't be with you in the back seat. You'll leave with it, obviously. Does that make sense?
What?
You're going to be handcuffed for the transport. It can't be in
You
the
got a handcuff me?
Yeah.
It can't be in the back seat.
I do that myself.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to explain it to her. It's just you can't like have your purse or your phone in the back seat with you. It'll stay up front with me in the passenger seat. That's why I'm saying if you want to leave it with her, leave it with her. It's just the process. Yeah, you're not going to jail. You get everything back that you take.
I just know like I'm glad.
Okay. So just have you. We'll go behind my spot so your kids aren't. Like nine partner. You can hang out there. Put the door in the way. And then just don't get in yet. Don't handcuff it so the door blocks it. Just put your hands around your back. I know. It's just our policy.
Like right now, it says simple stop reveals a huge entitled woman meltdown. I mean, you could tell that, you know, she's irritated because she's getting pulled over, but she hasn't really melted down at all. Like, this ain't that bad.
I'm just double locking it so I don't get tired. Do you have everything in your pockets?
I mean, it ain't that bad, but we still got a good 7 minutes left in this damn video. Okay. So, yeah, something's gonna happen within the next couple of minutes. I guarantee.
Keys of the car, keys to your house. Which pocket?
Over here.
Coat pocket or this? Do you want me to give those to your friend, I'm assuming, so she can drive? And then do you have anything else in your pockets? Like I said, you're only going to be with us for like 20, 30 minutes, okay? All right, you can have a seat. I just want to get those to her and just get rid of it.
Well, smiling about it is better than crying about it.
See, come help me run up to her. I'll be en route to the station with my subject. Starting my ticket. Can you send over 2728 situation abstract?
It's hella uneventful.
I will say this is probably one of the most calmest body cams we didn't seen probably in a while. But okay. Where is this at? I can't even tell.
Yeah, man, they got us on this one. This ain't no meltdown.
Right, like what we talking about? I'm just seeing a lot of this regular procedures, someone complying till they fuck up. Shit, I'm trying to figure that shit out too. I'm just trying to figure out where exactly they are because I don't know what county they in. Is it the page? Maybe I'm not sure. I'm totally lost. Like I said, I don't interact with police like this, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, but shit, let's go.
And maybe that little look she was doing is just how the faces she makes. You know what I mean? Maybe she wasn't looking at him in a dismissive way. I don't know.
And like right there, I can't really see what that logo says. If y'all can see it, tell me because I can't really tell what where this is from. This is a police department that I'm not familiar with at all. Trust me. I've never seen this in particular kind of squad car. So I have no clue as far as what this is, as far as what area, what township or whatever the fuck.
Stop there. Just want to get the door open for you. Walk up to that little ledge. So I'm going to take your handcuffs off. When I do, just put the appropriate handcuffs here, okay? And my sergeant's coming. There's a female. She's just going to do a search of you before we go inside, okay?
So I'm guessing that there was nothing in her car. Just her car was smelling like weed, I guess.
Wait a second. I'm gonna cut it out. Hi, how are you? Can you do me a favor? Let's start with what's underneath your coat. Do you have a top on underneath that? Just the jacket? Do you have anything on underneath? Nothing on underneath? Okay. Is this attached? No. Okay, so we can take this outer layer off? Okay. If you get cold, we got a blanket. You shouldn't be here too long. All right, any jewelry can you take off and put on here, please? Any piercings? No.
You got the ring.
It doesn't come on.
The ring doesn't come off.
No. How about your belly button?
I'm sorry, sisters. Some of y'all out here, there are certain like attire that y'all can like kind of do without. Why do y'all? A lot of y'all like to walk around with these super small ass shirts on, showing y'all stomach and all this other shit, and then y'all sitting out in cold weather. You know why do we do this? What is the point of this in particular kind of ensemble that she has on right now? I mean, what point you trying to make? 'Cause if you're trying to make it look like you look a certain way, I mean, really, you look stupid. You know, you look foolish. There's a time and a place to wear certain kinds of clothing. In the middle of the winter, it's not. This ain't the shit. Okay, like come on now, do better than this.
You want this?
What's on top?
Yeah.
Finger.
Fingering.
You're saying the belly button doesn't come off?
Yeah. Okay. Can you just spread your legs a little bit for me? Thank you.
Them spirits gonna get to ministering. But really, I mean, other than her just having like a bad attitude about this shit, I mean, this really ain't nothing. I mean, but I also think that these type of videos are important because every single video that you get on body cam is not going to be, a shootout or a car chase or somebody getting maced or, any type of crazy shit that we typically see. A lot of the times, interactions with the police are like this. Boring. And she's not making it worse for herself.
Over your shoes?
It's just all policy.
This is all, we have to do this per policy, okay?
It
So,
has nothing to do with you. Anyone that goes through that door, it's the same problem.
This is one of the many rare cases that we see on body cam that a person doesn't act a fool. I mean, she's taking accountability for what she did. She didn't cause a ruckus, cause a whole problem. She just need to get her shit together. That's all. I'm telling you, how she's acting and how people act in the event that they do get jammed up by the police can actually help them once their court date comes. All right, she spent a night in jail. She bond out. All right, whatever. They're not charging her with nothing because they didn't find nothing in the car. Okay, they smelt some shit. Okay, cool. A lot of times, you just might luck up and just get rid of the evidence and just don't have it. It'd be some motherfucker that drive around with a whole half a fucking ounce of ducks in their car. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing. But, yeah, this is like a boring body cam. We're going to see what they do.
go ahead and put your hands up here, and then I just want you to kick your foot back to me, like bend your knee. Yep. Yeah, we do this to everybody.
Yeah, believe me, ma'am, you're not special.
Okay.
Nope, you
No, you gotta keep the shoes off for now.
We'll bring it in. It'll all be on.
Well, ma'am, as irritated as you are, you might want to get your insurance taken care of so you don't be so irritated.
Good.
All right. One more thing. Can you take your headband off?
Ooh, I'm bitches. Thank you.
You want to be here just for now, or?
Oh, yeah, holding cell's fine.
Have it separated here. They just got to do some paperwork.
All right, guys. I guess that's all we got. We'll go peep out.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I mean, shit. It is what it is with that. Anyway, you know, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone out there get them some water, eat you some fruit, roll you a blunt, have you a beer, get you a cocktail. Like my man Big Mike said, get you some juice. But you got to leave them pills alone because them mugs will kill you. Ooh, the shit with these motherfucking protesters around the world is getting out of hand. And especially out there in Minnesota. And I'm quite sure y'all done heard the story about these protesters and bum rushed a church with this fake ass journalist that used to be a part of CNN. It ain't with them no more. That's just trying to get in where he fit in still. Now he's a part of this whole movement to try to get rid of ICE and try to disrupt anything that these federal agents are trying to do to curb this whole migrant situation. But a few of the people that actually interjected at this church, you know, got arrested. So thank God, you know, shout out to Brandon Jamal for putting this out here. He funny cat. So hey, we gonna listen to this. We, and if you feel the spirit, you'll understand why once you see this video.
Around this country is they're using their political influence to attack people that disagree with them. They're going to come at me with charges, and I'm not scared of that. There's no face for these charges. I did not block them from, their service. They welcomed us in. They never asked us to leave. The police never came in and removed us. So we didn't stop their service. In fact, people were still praying the entire time. The music was still playing the entire time. So, Pam Bondi, you want to come and arrest me? You want to come and give me charges? So be it.
You are more than able. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? It's easy for you.
Tell us why you're doing this.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere that is a key location. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual. So that's what we're about to go do right now.
So y'all basically want to cause further confusion and bullshit that what needs to be. Y'all would rather stop federal agents from doing a job that they're assigned to do because of what? Because they're taking away the democratic vote of people who are not legally supposed to be here. And it ain't just migrants from Venezuela, it's migrants from all other diasporas of the globe that came to this country. Oh, you just think that everyone is just down and just trying to just point out just the Venezuelans? No, there are others that's doing the same thing. Like some Somalians, some Haitians, some Nigerians, some white migrants from other countries that the Biden administration has opened up the fucking doors to let all these people in. Because as long as he let them in and that party let them in, they want to put in their minds, well, since we brought you here, you got to stay on the Democratic ballot. You gotta vote for us. And now a lot of shit is starting to blow back in a lot of these leftists' face, a lot of these Democratic people's faces, and yeah, it's getting bad. But here we go.
Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Who am I to deny what the Lord can do?
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We now have 3 arrests from the heathens who stormed a church to protest. Ironically, we have 2 black women and a white man fighting for injustice who are arrested under the same act that made it illegal for the KKK to go in churches to intimidate people.
Bitch, are you serious?
You people have been arrested amongst the likes of the Ku Klux Klan. You cannot make this shit up. You black women, I know y'all was out there protesting for BLM, and now you out here arrested like a...
Yeah, that's right. Go ICE. Get them out. If you ain't doing shit the right way, if you're not going through the proper channels, if you're not trying to be legitimate, get the fuck out. And Micah got mad at me when I kept on saying that this is not our fight and minding my business. That's what black people need to do. Thank you. Mika and whomever else in the black delegation before we vote y'all the fuck about our circles and stop fucking with y'all, period. Stop putting yourself in a struggle that ain't our business. We got enough shit to worry about. We got enough issues to worry about. We got enough struggles to worry about. While y'all sitting up here fighting and have been capping and caping for these migrants that's been taking your benefits, that's been taking your housing, that's been taking your education, that has taken your flag and burnt it in the faces of us, the media, and law enforcement, and the government. If you are that upset with what the fuck is happening right now, then why don't y'all go and leave? I remember when Trump first got elected, a lot of black women and women in general that was on the left side, y'all said y'all wasn't gonna say shit no more. Y'all was gonna stay out of it. Y'all was gonna leave all this bullshit to everyone else that didn't follow your mindset or didn't believe in what y'all thought. And y'all thought that we were supposed to just, hey, shout, Messi. Hey, how you doing? Hey, we got a superstar out here.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator.
Messi Michon, my wifey's birthday's today. Wish my wifey, Miss Tiffany Dawn Hall Lee, a happy birthday. I appreciate everyone that tunes in. If you got your glitter shorts on, if you got your slip slides on, it's Friday night. We out here in the motherfucking Black Bottom Podcast, and we are jamming. Tiffany, Messi said happy birthday. She says thank you. Anyway, as I was saying before I let Brandon, do his cook session on this, it is crazy how we have gotten to a point in things where we are just worried so much about the wrong shit, and we all fighting against each other. We all doing all this madness. We caping, we caping for motherfuckers that didn't give a fuck about our rights, our fucking lives, our damn education, our safety. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Roz. Joe Fun says, I wish you a happy birthday on her page. Okay. Sweetness sent you a happy birthday on her page, too. On your page. She says, thank you. She's chilling right now. Her and the babies, they didn't have to go to school today because we was at a minus 10 degrees here in Illinois. My goddamn. But anyway, let's keep going. Hey, shout out Messi for tuning in. I heard your rant about the whole Anton and Corey thing. I get you. Whoever said whatever they said about you, I'm sorry they said it. We all got our own opinions, right? About that whole situation. We're gonna break that down a little bit later. We just talking about this other shit, this fuckery that's going on out here in damn Minnesota. Anyway, let's go.
Clan member. The irony is delicious. You cannot tell me God does not have a sense of humor. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? But I keep saying it. Y'all picked the right church. Do you hear me? And I said it in a short video. I'm going to say it in this long video. I do believe that it's high time for us spicy Christians, us people who are saved, not soft, those of us who still have a lot of exercising to do within, to start defending our Lord and Savior and these holy houses the way Peter would defend our holy Savior back in those.
No, I'm real talk, Mashawn. Hey, look, the coolest thing about us having these platforms, right? We can voice our opinions. What mainstream media refuses to do. That is the beauty of these platforms that we are on as content creators, you know. And shout out to her. And if y'all are not subscribed to Messy Michonne, please go over to her page. Hey, tell your people to come, come mess with a brother. Black Bottom Broadcast, we doing our thing too. But it is what it is. Excuse me. But the good thing about this platform that we're doing, we all have our opinions, we all have our thoughts. Some things might make sense, some things to others might not make sense. But who's to say that we don't have a voice? And that's what makes everything solid. That what makes everything real is that we're not here to please people for our opinions and our thoughts and our views. We are here to give our thoughts. For those that want to rock with it, have at it. For those that don't rock with it and like to hate watch it, because I've been hearing this saying, come to a live, okay, I will. I mean, I do, but it's a lot of times when you be like starting your lives, I'm catching them late and I'm on my second page and I might be at work or I might be driving. So I don't be able to really lock in, when you're doing it. But don't think I don't be watching your shit. Because that last song that your homeboy be playing with the Corey Holcomb, excerpts in it, that shit's funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy be making some shit, like every time. And I do respect your platform because you done made some actual skit songs. Well, you can put some skit songs on your page that is like, man, so It's memorable. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I respect you. But no, seriously, I really believe that people that get to a certain level in this game, they kind of lose themselves because the money's coming real pretty, right? And I know people got their own opinions about what just happened because like I say, stick around. We're gonna get with this. We're gonna cook. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let this play and we're gonna get on with the show. I ain't gonna keep ranting too much longer. So let's talk about
Those times. In my adult years, as I appreciate the fact that Jesus died for my sins, your sins, they sins, I have a lot of Peter-like energy these days because the kind nature of Christians is regularly taken advantage of. And it's obvious because we always turn the other cheek. We always turn the other cheek when y'all disrespect Jesus or Christianity. We just let y'all go on about your business. Enough is enough. Every time you say something about Jesus around me, you better watch your mouth. I want to know what you're talking about. Because see, what y'all don't do, y'all don't criticize them people with the squiggly letters. That's my biggest problem with y'all. Y'all got all types of smoke for human acts. You see what I'm saying? Human acts. People have done bad things who were Christians. Yes, but the book does not command you to do nothing bad. You hear me? There are violent acts. There are acts of violence in the Bible, but the only act of violence that is justified in the Bible is when God does it. When people do it, it usually don't end up well for them. It doesn't actually, because it's a sin. You hear me? Whereas the book with the squiggly letters will tell you multiple times how to, when to, why to commit acts of violence against people who don't believe. We can't even draw Muhammad's face in a picture no well. But y'all can disrespect Jesus whenever you feel.
that's deep, right? And I give it to him for even putting that out there because in the Islamic faith, you do not see the image of Muhammad. They don't promote it, they don't parade it, but it makes me wonder about the Christians and their beliefs and what, and I'm not saying all is off the rails, but there are some that do things that we have to question. Are you really truly a Christian? If you believe in the scriptures that are at hand, if you really live by the book, how is society the way it is right now? Because a large percentage of this country is supposed to be Christian, right? Either Christian or Catholic. Why is it so much dysfunction? I'm gonna break it down on some later videos. I'm gonna get out of this whole, when I do decide to do that, I'm not going. That's going to be a live stream when I just totally not talking about nigga shit and celebrity gossip and you know political mayhem and stuff like that. I will break down and show you things as far as why Christianity today is in disarray because a lot of people don't really believe in it. Because if that was the case, you wouldn't have Brandon Jamal parading around his first lady looking like a whore. You know, you wouldn't have people bum rushing a place of worship, the protest ICE. I mean, what are we doing? We are in the last days. But anyway, well, let's let
Feel
Jamal.
like it? I think not. No longer. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? So to those lovely sisters and that enthusiastic Caucasian man who were arrested by the FBI. Excuse me. I'll pray for you. But unfortunately, the Department of Justice has said they will not prosecute Don Lemon. He was just a reporter. Indeed, he was just a reporter. But you know, someone on Facebook did some reporting on Don Lemon, and sometimes I couldn't say it better myself. Let me be very clear. Don Lemon, no one is investigating you, criticizing you, or calling you out because you're black or because you're gay. No one cares about that. This has nothing to do with your race, nothing to do with your sexuality, and nothing to do with your politics. This is about your behavior. You stormed into a church acting like you owned the place, talking down to people like you were untouchable. When they didn't bow to you, you didn't self-reflect, you melted down. Instead of accountability, you played the victim card and hurled the same worn out accusation to distract from the fact that your conduct was indefensible.
Soon will be done. Trouble of the world, oh my trouble of the world, trouble of the world. This is shit. This shit's getting ridiculous. The troubles of the world. Come on, let's go.
That's not activism. That's a washed up former CNN loss flailing for relevance. This isn't about identity, it's about character. And that's why people are done with you. Don Lemon, you are a piece of shit. And you know, I think it's really funny, like truly hilarious, when black people are so pro-black, anti-white, anti anything Caucasian, and then they choose to spend their life with a Caucasian. A white.
This is wild. The funny thing is, right? I'm not surprised about it because Black Lives Matter fools so many people of all ethnic groups, all to come to find out that they're a bunch of they was like one of the biggest scam artists in the world, and the people that founded it are part of the Rainbow Coalition crew, and they probably did it to get back at people who used to tease them when they was young, and they was confused about who the hell they really were. So now I'm gonna stick it to y'all and get in y'all pockets. The biggest scam. You talking about Minnesota and the Somalians and all this other shit. Black Lives Matter is like probably the biggest scam that has jumped off in our country in a long time. Since the mobs. Since the Sicilian mobsters and it's whew. Anyway, let's go.
White man is in Don Lemon's bed every single night. He literally married a white man and vowed to always cherish and honor his white lover. But it's confusing because he tells the rest of America to fear white men and claims all white people are racist.
How does that even make sense? You hear the hypocrisy in this shit? How does that even make sense? You saying that white people are racist and things like that, and you laying up with one every night. This is crazy.
Do you see why we have zero respect for you liberals? Nothing you do makes sense. Nothing you say makes sense. You be loud and wrong. And when anybody dare says anything to you, they're racist, homophobic, all types of shit. No, bitch, you're wrong. End of discussion. Who am I to deny the Lord can do?
Brandon Jamal, shout out to Brandon Jamal for that shit. Hey, we got other shit to talk about before we get to the meat of the matter of the night. And shout out to everybody that's tuning in. If you are tuning in, please hit the like button on the way in. Like, share, and subscribe if you are new. Okay. I'm slow cooking with my stuff. I thank you all the subscribers that have subscribed here recently. Um, it's not easy what we do. Some people don't take what we say too kindly, you know, especially when we have our own opinions. But I do feel that everyone has the right to voice their opinion to different subject matters and different stories in their own words. Okay. We all try to do this as honest and as wholehearted as we can. Sometimes you might not agree with everything that all of us content creators have to say. And that's that's cool because we don't need phony kicking at people in our midst. We don't need yes men. You know, I'm not that kind of content creator whereas even if I had a panel, I gotta have everybody agree to what I say, or you're not gonna, you know, get good in your own platform. You know, the reason for debates is to have intelligent, intellectual, adult conversations and then come to a certain agreement or no agreement at all. You know, sometimes we all ain't gonna agree on everything, and that's okay. That's okay. There was a story that just came out here recently about Cameron and in a past person that he used to deal with that wanted to utilize his finances to further her entrepreneurship endeavors. And I hear this shit all the time on Pop the Balloon shows and on fucking Ask Ashley and Kendra Gilliam's. I hear this shit all the time about these sisters that so-called entrepreneurs, right? But a lot of them don't have the proper business savvy to keep these businesses. And this is a we're going to react to a story with Cameron and someone that he used to deal with. Her name is Callie, but she was on this other show with another content creator, and they was kind of like doing like a kangaroo court kind of scenario. And Cameron basically told this girl about herself, and you really see why some of these modern women that feel just because they look a certain way that they got certain privileges that don't equal to their talents. All right. So without further ado, shout out to MABW. He put this out here. So let's go.
Salute to the MABW team. I'm back with another video. Let's get right into the damn video. I think this is a good video to watch because it says a lot about some women, okay? And your boy Cameron ain't go. Cameron, you could tell he's one of them dudes. He don't be going for nothing. You can't just. Cameron is one of them dudes, a Harlem dude at that. You can't just walk into his life and think you're gonna dominate anything. You can literally tell that he operates the way of like a stoic type man, like real shit. I'm not gonna talk anymore. Let's get right to the damn video.
All right, what was you upset about when you was like? I remember you was gonna buy a house on the West Coast or something, and you wanted to. He got like 9 bedrooms, some shit like that, and I think he was like, "Yo, let me get one of them."
And if you don't know who this is Cameron's ex, Callie O'Day. Okay, this is his ex-girlfriend, one of his ex-girlfriends. Okay, so I just want to make sure this is clear before we go any further. All right.
So whatever, like, what was the dispute with that? What happened with that? You got mad about that too. So what was, you was in negotiations or something with a house? Why you got mad at him?
Oh, because at the time I was moving across country, and I asked if I could come there for 2 weeks until I get settled. And he was, I don't know, I felt like he was dancing around it.
And I hate to say this. I know a lot of us as black folks, we like to help each other, right? But when you got motherfuckers talking about, hey, I need to stay at your crib for like a week. I need to stay at your house for like a couple of weeks. Can I stay with you for 6 months? Those be the telltale signs that them niggas got other plans, and the next thing you know, they done stayed up in your motherfucking house longer than what the fuck they need to do. And check 1 2. Can y'all hear me? Oh shit. See, my shit was fucking up. Anyway, this is a perfect example is when people want to utilize your position on things and take advantage of your kindness. Because a lot of times when people say, "Oh, I'm only going to stay a couple weeks," that couple weeks turn to a month. That month turn 3 months. That 3 months turn to a year. Now these motherfuckers, when it's time for them to get the fuck out, they act like, "Oh man, you bogus. How you gonna kick me out right now, nigga? You done stayed over here longer than what you need to stay." This is why it's kind of a bad move to even do that with people, especially if you know how they are. If they're not too responsible in life and they're not on their shit right, 2 weeks can turn into 3 years. You say you've been there before. It would be like, can I stay for a couple of months till I save up to get a crib? And a couple of months means more than 2 months. No, it means like a year in some cases. Trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. But let's let this cook, because you about to see, and I don't even know what what Cameron saw in this woman, because looking at her wig, looking at her makeup, looking at this whole aesthetics, it just breathes hood rat. It just breathes hood rat. But anyway, let's go.
Representation, you think that was okay?
I will ask my client right now.
Should I respond to this? Is it okay that I respond to this?
Yes, you may.
Okay, thank you. What happened was this. Callie's counting bedrooms in my house. And I have a lot of bedrooms in my house. And she was coming to the West Coast. And she said, she might have said 2 weeks. I don't know. But I knew it wouldn't have been 2 weeks because.
Facts. Well, guys, don't ever fall into that trap. Don't ever fall into that trap with some women, okay? Real shit. I would say damn near 90, but don't fall into that trap. Can I stay with you for 2 weeks until I get my house together or my apartment together? They'll end up living with your ass. And you wake up and it'll be like, damn, you've been over here for 2 years now.
Which we won't get into. I know it would take longer than 2 weeks. But she has family on the West Coast. Her mother lives on the West Coast. Her father lives on the West Coast. Her sister lives on the West Coast.
So why she couldn't stay with them? Oh, I know why. Because probably how they run their house, you can't do all the shit that you think that you want to do in their house. So you would take on a situation in another house that you can work your way into doing the bullshit that you want to do in someone else's house. I didn't see it too many times. I've experienced it too many times. And it's very stressful because we allow others that we do favors for to take advantage of the situation. And we got to stop that shit too. Ain't nothing wrong with helping people, but goddamn it, don't take advantage of the situation.
I said that you could go to all these different people's houses. I don't know if I necessarily want to live with you, especially being that we wasn't intimate for years. I am sexually attracted to her, but I know that sex for me and her isn't really good. Not saying sex isn't good. It leads to other problems outside of our friendship. So
shout out to Cameron for having that kind of mindset. Brothers, young brothers especially. It doesn't matter how they look. It doesn't matter what you might have experienced with them. If you see any inkling of dysfunction or chaos, fall back from them. I don't care how they did you. I don't care how they made you feel. I promise you, use more discipline. There are times, yeah, we might slip, we might fall, but at the same time, those type of people that would take your exactly, men and women. It ain't just women that do that kind of bullshit. It be men too. Them bum ass pookies. Them wannabe motherfucking ballers. Them fake hustlers. Yeah, they'll do it too. Do it in a Mississippi heartbeat. And the next thing you know, now they all up in your shit like they can do whatever the fuck they want. And now when you have to fucking cut the cord, the umbilical cord, and be like, look, now you got to move around. Now they feel like they've been fucking insulted or fucking. Now they feel disrespect. Nigga, this ain't your shit. Get your shit together and get the fuck out. Man, look, life ain't easy out here. Life ain't fucking easy. And if you want to have something, my grandmama always told me this shit. God rest her soul. Work for what you want and get it on your own. Don't never try to piggyback off somebody else because they always gonna throw it in your face. One. Second, when you get it on your own, you'll appreciate it more. Then you'll understand why other situations fail the way it failed. Lamping over other people's shit that ain't yours. Get your own. Remember the song, God bless a child that got his own, that got his own, bitch. Like, for real. God bless a child that has his own, not yours. Their own.
Saying, look, I don't think that'd be good. Callie likes to do crazy shit. Walk around my house in panties and don't give me no pussy. Act like she got wet.
You is a liar.
I actually have pictures, which we're not going to share, of course, where we're watching television and she's laying ass to me, panties and ass on my lap. So basically in the 69 position, and she wants to watch TV like this.
Trying to gaslight you.
Yes.
I just have one question.
Trying to start trouble. And then what's going to happen if you end up getting her pregnant? Goodbye. You don't.
And shout out for Cameron for having the discipline to deal with that shit. Because come on, man. Let's be honest. What man is not gonna look at a woman wearing some panties, laying on a lap with the butt in their face, basically, laying over watching TV? Why would you do that? What you on? What are you on? Ladies, have y'all done that to the men that y'all been around? And if you have, what did you have in mind for that course of the night? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, really? But then get mad when people say that we're over sexualizing the black women in our community. And y'all do shit like that. All right, but let's go.
Compromise yourself over some punani. The busted yin. Do not compromise yourself, fellas.
Yes, it's my turn. It's my turn.
How long ago was
It's
this?
my turn. It's not. I'm just telling you.
Send her older in your court, please.
Right, exactly. If you want to be technical about this situation, what happened is this. I offered to eat Callie when she came.
Okay. Interesting.
Right. She said no.
Okay.
2 days later, she thought about it, said, yo, could you eat my I said no.
I can't believe you right now.
I said no.
Right.
I offered to eat. You didn't want.
You can't believe him right now because you know you did that bullshit. See that Jezebel spirit shit. You know? But all right, let's go. Let's let this cook.
She asked another day, so you're not going to eat my No, I'm not. I offered it. I'm not going to eat it. I offered twice. She asked twice.
Right.
This is the stubbornness I can't have in my house.
Right.
This is what I'm talking about.
Playing games.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of games.
To be honest, you asking me if I thought I was number one.
Yes. Because the behavior that you're giving, the personal behavior, it sounds like a lot of entitlement. So that's why I'm asking you. When behavior like that with entitlement.
To be honest, not even to jump in.
I'm sorry. You know what it is? I'm just used to a man in my life, especially one who's intimate with me, automatically wants to step into leadership and provision and want to protect and provide for me.
What? What? Look, ladies, I'm gonna give you some game right now. Okay? There are many situations that a lot of us has been in and been through in life. Us men have ran across many types of women in our life. On a drunk nigga night, on a just I was in the right place at the right time night. Um, she smelt my cologne and it turned her own night kind of night. She walked past me and touched me in a certain way kind of night, and things might happen, in the single world, and things might get heated. That does not mean that he just automatically just has to just do for you like he would do for his wife. It wasn't established like that. You women in our community make things so accessible because of how y'all carry yourselves. Not all, but a lot of you that y'all carry yourselves, and then you expect men to have respect to that degree and think they're supposed to just open up their hearts, their wallets, and their life to you to take care of you. What are we getting out of it? What are men getting out of that? We know what women get out of it, but what do men really get out of that other than the wet ass and an attitude and drama, depending on the person? I mean, what? I mean, tell us. Let us know so we can have this discussion.
Kim
Damn.
has never given me those vibes.
Yeah. You got a boyfriend right
now? Good job, Kim.
Man, Kelly?
No.
Exactly.
Why does that matter? Do you have a girlfriend right now, Kim?
I don't need nobody to protect and provide for me. I'm not looking for that. I'm just trying to...
Let me stop it right there. Did y'all hear what Kim said? Kim, these women, I want to make something clear real quick, okay? This is what men talk about all the time. There's too many women out here that talk about how they got their DMs flooded, how they can have any man they want, and they've had men, or there's men right now that would want to provide and protect from them. Kim asked his ex-girlfriend, Cal.
My thing is this: for those women that say that shit, go for the gusto. Go for the gusto with those men that say, hey, I can do this for you. I can do that for you. You ain't got to worry about that lame ass nigga that was with you. I can do you better. You ain't got to worry about shit. And then after 6 months, see how y'all at with it. See how he does you. See how he treats you. You might not like how he moves when you really be around him for a long duration of time. Because now you're going to really see how he moves. But this is what these women want. They want men already established. They want these high value men. They want these individuals that are in the upper 10 to 5 to 1%. And there's very little of those men. But all these women, these hundreds of thousands and millions of women want that 10 to 5 to 1% of man. That is very minute. They're going to say and move and act and do what the fuck they want to do. Are you willing to deal with that kind of shit? Are you? All you ladies talking about you really want a high value man, a single high value man. You really want that? See, why spaces like me and others talk this lingo is like, okay, we will respect you ladies better if you was actually with that high value man when he was at the formative years. and he stuck with you and you stuck with him, and now he didn't reach a certain plateau, and now you get to reap the benefits. No, y'all already want a build-a-bear ass nigga and think that he's supposed to just do and act and move at your beck and call. But he already knows why you're in his face, because you know he has the means to make the ends. And a lot of times you ladies don't respect men like that. You'll fuck with them. You'll sleep with them. You'll act the role with them. But deep down, you don't even like him. But you like what he has. And a lot of men are starting to see this.
Do you have a man right now? She said, no, I don't. And she's not an ugly girl. She's not an ugly woman either. She turns around and asks Kim, do you have a woman right now? Now, if any of you don't know, Kim is a boss. Unfortunately, she's not a boss. Also, Kim said something I want y'all to understand, women specifically. Men don't need people to provide and protect for them. We don't need providers and we don't need protectors. Women are the ones that are asking for that shit. Okay? So you can never compare and contrast things when it comes to men and women. We're totally different. We're on two different plateaus. This especially goes out to the women like her that come online and make it seem as if I can have any man I want. And then they get asked the question from somebody like Cameron, and the man will say, well, do you have a man right now? And why is no man doing that for you right now? You're used to a man doing that for you. If you're used to a man if women are so used to a man doing that for them, where are those men at that were doing it for you? That's a real
They're only doing it for their own personal reasons. Women like her drive men away. Why? Because of their demeanor, their mouth, and their disposition. You might have a above average woman, a grade A woman body, and have a bird pea brain mentality and a bad disposition, and you would turn men off. That's why women like her don't got nobody. That's why women like her get took on a tizzy tour. Shout out to AC Reacts. You know what I'm saying? Some New York shit. It is crazy. It's been known that like Midwest and East Coast women are some of the most difficult women to deal with because of their attitude and their unwillingness to actually be in a woman's place as a woman, not some kind of control tactic, not some kind of slavery mindset. No, y'all just don't know when to shut the fuck up. And a lot of y'all just don't know how to be a woman.
question, by the way. That's a real question, by the way. Where are the men that are doing that for you? If you had men like that will do that for you, what happened? Okay, let's continue.
Man, I wouldn't expect that.
I'm just trying to say that this is the thing, that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me. Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem, so I'm not having.
And see what they go right into? This is why a lot of women that come online sound like prosties, because they think because they give up that busted yam. Let me explain something to the fellas out there. There was somebody else out there that beat up your baby mother, busted yams, most likely. Your girlfriend busted yams, most likely. Your wife busted yams, most likely. That ain't have to do half the shit that you're doing for her now. And they feel, well, because I gave you a piece of me, the busted yam, because I had sex with you, I'm supposed to not get nothing from that. Okay, ladies, you had sex with us too. So what do we get from you? Monetarily wise. Nothing. I'm gonna rewind that back a little bit.
Say that this is the thing that you think that because you're dating somebody, like for instance, right? Give you an example.
So as a woman, if I share my body with a man, I shouldn't expect him to want to protect and provide for me. Is that what you would teach your fucking daughter?
The problem, so I'm not having sex with my daughter.
What are you talking about?
Just make up your mind.
No, it's not about having sex with your daughter. It's about, that's what you would teach your daughter.
Oh, teach your daughter. I'm sorry.
She just having sex with a man that doesn't want to protect and provide for her. Like what?
The problem is this: you want to protect.
You think
and
men and
provide.
women are equal?
No. What I'm trying to explain to you is this: for me, I rather invest in my female than give my female, and that's the problem.
You never invested in me
because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since fucking 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business.
Yo, it's so easy to flame chicks like this all day, every day. All day, every day. It's so easy to flame chicks like this. She been working on her nursing degree since 2019. Kim had a simple response. Okay, why you ain't got it yet? You know that, guys, and I'm not knocking nurses, okay? My sister's a nurse. She works with she's one of them nurses that work with babies or whatever like that, or whatever. She make bank too. She making like 150 or better a year. And then they end up turning to nursing later on down the road, all of them. And some of them be some ratchet ass nurses too. And once again, nursing is not a bad career field. Make buku bread from it. It's not a bad career field at all. My sister been doing this since she was in her early 20s. But then these chicks that are in their late 30s going into 40s, after no man has invested in them, they haven't found that man to give them the life they want, they all turn to nursing. And once again, I'm not knocking any nurses out there. I want to be clear on this, okay? Because nurses, some of them make bank. No, not you CNAs, okay? Not you chicks that put on scrubs and act like you nurses. Not you wheelchair transport chicks that got scrubs on. Not y'all.
But you got to be a lazy motherfucker
I want to be clear.
to be up in nursing school for 7 years. Be a nurse. I'm sorry. You got to be a lazy ass motherfucker. You're making yourself look real bad. You've been in nursing school since 2019. It's 2026. It's 7 years, and you still ain't got it. You ain't got on your intern yet. Yeah.
Nurses, they do make bank, but it's funny.
Really?
And their prime, they want men like Kim to invest in them. Men like Cameron, they're not stupid. But they won't invest like chicks. They won't invest in chicks like her because women like her come a dime a dozen for men. Somebody out there talk to me. Women like her come a dime a dozen for men like Cameron. That would be a bad. I keep telling some women out there, you're a liability. Some of you out there, you're not no type of asset to a man. And she proved my point because she makes women like her, they make it seem like, well, I slept with you, so what you got for me? You should be providing and protecting me because I gave you a piece of busted yam. So men, not to be funny, but how many women would you have to provide and protect for? Because I'm pretty sure some of the bros out there, you've had an influx of busted yam before, respectfully. So you know how many women you'd have to be providing and protecting for if they all thought the same way? Well, I gave you my goods. What's in it for me? What's in it for me, motherfucker?
Business to help me get through nursing school.
And which was
Because I needed a passive income.
Which was a bad investment. Right. Anyway, like I was trying to explain, because it's a bad investment or somebody gives you an opinion, you reverse it into a nigga don't want to protect, provide. You never looked out for me. Yo, you didn't really like you always looked past me, because I don't think what you were doing was going to make money for yourself or for me. That's how you revert it to say, yo, you never want to look out for me. You never did this for me. You never believed in me. You always look past me, because I give you my real opinion on situations. It was a time where Sin and PT and Callie called me and said, Kim, you know what? You're right, man. I be bugging. You not with the club situation. One day she called, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this shit.
Wow.
She's like, yo,
accountability.
Yeah, there was accountability. I couldn't believe. She's like, yo, I thought about it.
Bro,
You're
I
right.
at least want to talk about accountability.
He's like, yo,
I
you're
didn't
right,
think
Kim.
you knew what that word means.
You're right, Kim. You know what I'm saying? I do be, but I forget what it was, but
It's always be like the pretty one. They're always super aggressive all the time because they know dudes are right. And this is how women like her most likely have been raised from a youth on up. They feel like, I don't know who's teaching these young girls this day and age. Like, first and foremost, this is just my opinion. If you really feel like a man should be investing into you, you shouldn't be doing nothing with that man sexual wise until you have a ring in you. A ring is the ultimate investment if you think about it. Because if he invests in marrying you, then he'll invest for the most part, he'll invest in his wife. I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, though. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Because once again, women like her, they think because they give up a piece of busted yam to a man has to do all this for them. And they be asking for buku money from these dudes. Let me borrow this. Help me get this. Invest in this. It's like Kim said, if it isn't making me money or if it's not going to benefit the both of us, why should I invest? Because for the most part, fellas, women are not going to invest in you. Because the way some women out there think, they automatically think, well, if I invest in this man and build him up, somebody talk to me. Most women think real shit, no funny, that, and it's nothing wrong with that. If that's the way you think, that's totally fine. But a good portion of women think that if I invest into this man and build him up, he might leave me for the next chick one day. That's how they think. That's how they think. But when men think like this, oh, you never cared about me. I was sharing my body with you. You should have been investing into me. It's like, okay, well, just become a prosty and let them dudes invest in you. I'm not.
I actually apologized, and I really couldn't believe it. And I was happy about that, to be honest with you. But a year later, I still don't believe in her. I still don't want to invest in her, this, that, and the third. And I think that's great what you said, PT.
Let me tell you something.
When it comes to blurred lines when personal and business.
Let me tell you something.
The lines is blurred.
Yeah, my opinion.
You know what?
I'm listening.
I don't know. In all honesty, I know the difference between when somebody cares about me and then somebody want to fucking play in my face.
Okay. Before I end this, if you know the difference between somebody that cares about you, once again, and somebody that wants to play in your face, the men that you know who have cared about you, where are they at? See, I break shit down like to make it real simple for everybody out there. If you know that you've had men that don't play about you and they cared about you compared to the men that want to play in your face, where are those men that cared about you and why didn't they plant a ring on your finger or invest in your future? Because now you got to choose. Now you got to go to nursing school, which you've been in since 2019. It's 2026. How long does nursing school take? I'm just asking I'm just asking a question. Any nurses out there? How long does nursing school take? I feel for it's 2026. You've been there since 2019, so damn near what 7 years almost. Don't nursing school should only take like 2 or 3 years tops? I don't remember it taking my sister damn near 6 or 7 years to complete nursing school. I just don't. I don't like.
Gotcha.
So what's your feelings today towards each other?
Let's stop the damn video right there. I don't care about what their feelings are toward their feelings are today towards each other. But my whole point was like.
Hold on for 1 second. Check on. Give me 1 second. Did I do that? Exclusive. What the fuck? Everything's going haywire. All right, y'all hear me now. All right, I know I'm back on. All right, here we go. Anyway, shit. Can't be great out here in these fucking YouTube streets with motherfuckers doing the most. Anyway, shout out to that Shaq 2 times. Women don't want you. Anton crashes out. Now this was a video that happened right before Anton Daniels and Corey Holcombs had got together. So this is going to really show y'all the mindset of Anton Daniels and how he talks to his people. You know, especially those that want to try to piggyback off his platform. But we're going to watch this. So let's go.
Welcome back. I'm Chad. We got ourselves another video. It seems that Anton, he crashed out again.
Check 1, 2.
again, he has been having a lot of crash outs. It seems like ever since people started calling Anton out, it's like he don't wear seatbelts. This guy just crash out every time you get a chance. Anton is gonna have a heated argument with Q. I'll let y'all know right now. What Anton didn't really do anything wrong, but Q didn't do anything wrong. Because what happened was Mika said something and she spoke her opinion, and then Q asked her a question on her opinion, and Anton, I don't think he was listening very well. But when y'all see what happened, all I know, when you see what happened, you're gonna see that Anton is just, I'm starting to think social media is getting to him. It might be getting to him right now. He might need to take a break. Nah, I was wrong. He's probably good. But hold up, you just in this video, need to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste more time. Let's roll the clip. Oh, you ain't know what that was.
Social media star couple Christy and Desmond Scott are calling it quits, with Christy filing for divorce, citing alleged infidelity. TMZ obtained the court docs out of Harris County, Texas, where Christy cites this alleged infidelity for the reason for their split. She said it completely wipes out any reasonable chance of reconciliation. The paperwork says the two will soon stop living together as husband and wife, which is especially sad because they met at age 14, got married in 2014, and have 2 sons together. They built their brand on joint content videos showcasing family chaos, prank videos, and home renovations. Additionally, they own Meant to Be Films, a production company centered on wedding videography and storytelling, and it's unclear right now what will happen to this business post-divorce. We reached out to reps for both Christy and Desmond. So far, no word, but we will keep you updated.
Wow. Christy Scott cites alleged infidelity and divorce filing. Do y'all know who this couple is, who these people are? Miss Sanchez, you want to let them know who they are?
They just
I know who they are.
They're just some TikTok famous people, and she does some crazy things like she'll look at when they go to the Grammys or something, and she'll dress up like them, and she's good for doing dances in her heels and pranking her husband and stuff like that. They just a TikTok famous couple or social media famous couple. I mean,
so why are they divorcing?
I guess he cheated.
Really? So they're divorcing because, and this is why you got to keep your marriage off the internet. Mm-hmm. Because if it wasn't on the internet, I assure you she would be staying. But because everybody knows, I'm sure every woman has an opinion saying you should leave him, girl. Every man is in her DMs because she's pretty, saying, girl, I got you. Just go ahead and leave your man. It doesn't make any sense. When they have children, they probably could work it out.
So you think it's ego, Mika?
Huh?
Do you think that she's do you think it's ego that because she's filing a divorce, you think she just would have stayed if they weren't TikTok famous? So you think it's ego?
No, I think it's stupidity, and I think it's just the fact that she's very well known, so she's going to listen to other people. She's going to listen to other people because for some reason, these people care about their appearance instead of caring about their actual families.
Oh, that's ego then.
Why does them being famous and her friends or whoever, the ego, why does that matter? They could have kept the cheat in-house and no one had to know about it, and she could have just lived her life getting cheated on and it would have been fine. No one had to know unless she opened her mouth.
She didn't post about it. People looked up her paperwork as people are paid to do blogs to just research these people. She hasn't posted anything about it, neither has he.
That's not what I said. The cheat had to get out some way. Someone said something
people
about
looked up their paperwork.
I cheated yesterday. It's not on paperwork. What you talking about?
Listen, the paperwork.
When you file for a divorce,
I'm not talking about the divorce. That's not what I'm talking about. She says that they said they're getting divorced because of the pressure from the internet. This didn't have to get outside of their house that any cheating was happening.
Listen, Quentin. I think you're missing it. When you file for the...
Well, let him give you some. Let him speak, Quentin.
The side chick told
when you file for a divorce,
Jesus Christ. When you file for a divorce, you have to cite the reason why you are getting a divorce. That information is public information. Anybody can go and look up your divorce paperwork unless you get some kind of special exemption, which is very hard to do, and it is sealed. But you can go to any courthouse or any courthouse that it was filed in, and they can literally go and get the reason why you're getting divorced. And the reason why it was cited is for infidelity. It wasn't irreconcilable differences. It wasn't any of that. It was specifically for, and it is filed in the paperwork as infidelity.
Yeah, but you're not understanding what he keeps saying. What Q is saying is that if we're getting the divorce because the internet, that means that who let the internet know that I cheated? That's what he's saying. How did the internet find out so you can have this stress from the internet? So now you want a divorce. That's what he's saying. But I think Kim just said that the side chick thing happened. Is that a fact or is that opinion? But I understand what Q is saying. So Anton, your thing is the next step. You're skipping the first step where he said, "Hey yo, I didn't tell nobody I cheated. Did you tell people I cheated? Because how did the internet find out?" And now you're stressed because the internet. Now you want a divorce. So follow that. That's what he's saying.
That don't have anything to do with what I said.
For that,
You said, how do people know?
That's not what I said. You don't listen. You just want to before wrong. That's not what I said. He said it was public pressure for her to go through with divorcing him because he cheated. Where's the pressure if people didn't know that he cheated?
Yes.
I understand.
It's cheating common.
That's what I don't know about this divorce stuff you're talking about. You're talking about after what I'm talking about.
In today's times, it's cheating common and divorces and women stay.
How would we know? That's
I would say yes.
About it, then you won't know.
Why does Kim is the only person that get what I'm saying is crazy?
I wasn't responding to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it.
So yeah, I'm sure that she knows because the side chick told. That's the question, Quentin.
What the just happened here?
I don't know.
Quentin literally just said,
I don't even know how to move me. I'm sorry. Right now.
I went back and looked at it. He said the cheat had to get out some way.
Correct.
I explained how the cheat got out.
I can explain the rest.
So how did she get out? I explained how the cheat got out. It is literally, Miss Sanchez said it also. It is literally in the paperwork as infidelity.
Not what I'm talking about.
What part am I trying to prove you wrong on?
Well, you didn't let me finish before you proved your point.
I didn't.
And now you're trying to backtrack and make it right, but you're wrong.
I'm not backtracking.
No, Mika said that they're getting divorced because the pressure of him cheating. So she may be filed for divorce. My assertion was, how did the cheat get out for that public pressure to exist?
Because it's in the paperwork.
That's
saying prior to filing the paperwork.
Yeah. Anton, you're not listening. You're not listening at all. The paperwork is the proof. So now the public knows for a fact that he cheated. He's saying the person said that they're getting a divorce because the public now knows they're cheating. And if the public, see, I even got confused by saying that. Anton. It goes like this. There's three steps. So there's multiple steps. First step, he cheated. Second step, she found out. Third step, something happened. Fourth step, she's getting a divorce because of the public being upset. So when we go back, the public talking about the cheating made her get the divorce. So that means before that, the public making her upset and making her get the divorce. How did the public find out? That means either she or he told them. But once again, Kim said the side chick said something, which could be true.
Yeah, he said
They didn't come out prior to that. It just came out.
What TMZ is saying and what Mika's opinion
I was purely speaking
is
to Mika
completely different from what was filed. It's a difference between an assessment of your opinion and what is actually in the paperwork.
I think
Quentin is
what
saying
Quentin's
before.
saying. He's
talking about before.
He's
Yeah.
saying if Mika said that that she got a divorce because of the pressure of the internet, then how would the internet have found out about the cheating prior to her filing, such that the pressure of the internet caused her to go and file for divorce?
That means somebody was in the it was constant comments like leading up to this.
That woman started sleeping with her husband and commented on it. They super famous.
Why she filed, like maybe she didn't file for divorce because of public pressure or internet pressure.
Nobody knows why she filed for divorce.
Yeah, I just gave my opinion.
That's her opinion. That's my whole
No, I know. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm saying in general. Mika is giving her opinion just like everybody else. I'm just saying what the facts are.
Right, but Quentin was asking a question based off of what Mika was saying.
You made it bigger than what it was.
It's not bigger. What are you talking about?
Why are we? I asked Mika a simple
all the women moving their hair all around.
And I asked Mika a simple question. You didn't let Mika answer it at all, but we can move on.
He's right. Somebody in the chat said I made something up. No, I was asked a question about a couple and their divorce. I'm answering with my opinion. You can't ask somebody a question.
Well, we're waiting.
No, let the nigga be sassy.
No. I'm not talking about quitting. I'm just saying in the chat.
I'm saying it.
You have on the case, and you're being sassy because I didn't tell anyone. I didn't women. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone they were wrong. I respected Mika's opinion, and I asked her a question.
That's true.
That's it.
Too.
So I'm caping for women in general.
All right, can y'all hear me? All right, if y'all can hear me.
I don't know what you do, nigga. It's so normal.
I've been just dealing with some extra shit, but you about to see. God damn. You about to see Anton and Quentin getting up with Corey, right? So you about to see what's about to jump off.
Normal, nigga. So
I'm not gonna leave this time. I'm not gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm not gonna leave.
If we gonna talk about normal, what does that mean?
That's your norm, the cape for women.
And your norm is to be gay for women.
Oh, well. What that means to be gay for women. I don't know what it means to be gay for women.
He has a point. He has a point. Not anti. Quinn has a point. First off, I don't know what be gay for women means. That's like a new insult. That's new in my book. Where did that come from? You're gay for women. Like he's a lesbian? You're saying Quinn's a lesbian? That's what you got to be saying right now. But anywho, that don't mean anything. What matters is this, Anton. I don't see why you got upset when you was the first one. You was the first one to throw a jab. You literally told Mika, no, let him be sassy. So you actually threw the first punch. Then he said, well, you're caping for women. Why would you take this next step? Why would you go the next day? Like, oh, you're being gay for women. Hey, you threw the first punch. What's okay? Crash now. Put your seatbelt on, I guess.
You explained to me
you're happy for women.
I guess. I don't know what it means to be gay for a woman. If you can explain that to me, then I can answer your question.
It means that you're the gay best friend.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well,
if I'm the gay best friend, that's fine.
So we can stop name calling and we can just get back to the subject.
You did it first.
Didn't call your name. I said you had on a cake.
And I said you had on a gay.
What the does that mean? And for me to be gay, I have to a man. I've never a man.
I don't know that.
I don't know you haven't a man, nigga.
I would bet on you before me.
I'm retarded.
That's fine. That's fine. You hide it. That's what it is.
Or you open with it.
You're the down low people. You're the down low.
And you're the dick sucker. What's the difference?
You're the down low. You're the down low, and you're in the loud, and then you're the loud. You're the down low.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna go get a
How far do we go with this?
Until Anton ironed his cape and hang it back up in the closet.
Anton, did you?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now, I'm being honest with you. I think Anton, I think these videos and people are saying Anton about Molly and Miss Sanchez, all them. I think this is getting to him. Anton, I'm not trying to start beef or anything, but it look like the pressure's getting to you because for you to now be doing this type of thing over him saying you putting a cape on. He said this multiple times. The pressure getting to you now. This nigga is in hot water. Anton feet is burning. You're calling people actually like calling them gay over him saying you put a cape on, and you was the first one. You called him sassy, and then he said you put a cape on. This is what we're doing. I think the first thing Quinn said was that you didn't let Mika finish, and you made it bigger than what it is. He didn't say nothing disrespectful. You were the first one. This is wild.
Iron your cape and hang it back up in the closet.
No, I just covered him up while he was getting his ass busted out.
I'm gay.
Yes, you get my ass busted by with a belt by a woman.
No, by a nigga.
I fuck the women you wish you could.
Okay, so we're gonna move. We're gonna move. No, we're gonna move.
No, Anton, don't say what you're about to say. Oh boy, don't you say this. You have a wife, and you've been married to her since like high school. Well, since you've been with her since like high school. Don't say what you're thinking about.
No. Now you know that. You know better.
We're gonna move on.
No. Stop, Carrie.
I could come to Detroit and take anyone that. You know, I would say my name is.
Hold on.
You need a whistle, Carrie.
Let's be very, very clear.
Right. Ice is coming.
In real life, you know better than that. You can play it on the internet.
No, we can go out in public. No, we can go out. If you put me and you in somewhere where no one knows your name, it's me all day.
Let's move forward with the conversation, y'all. Let's just move forward.
Anton, you don't know this information because you've been married forever. Stop now. You're letting people know more information. Hell, me presenting it to the audience is letting people know. Anton, you don't know what you're doing. You're about to crash. You're crashing out. Is the worst crash out is when somebody have a blank face. Like it's not like they're not crying or like actually freaking out, but you can hear the conversation, know that they're crashing out. Anton, stop, please.
Let's go to Portland.
And then what's so crazy about it? You see how he talks to certain men. That was real disrespectful what he just did. But what do I know? What do I know? Anyway, I'm gonna let that ride. We got some other shit to talk about before we get to the whole meat of the matter of this Corey shit. I gotta figure out what the fuck going on with my system. I'm glad that I'm back on. If y'all hear me, hey, put the thumbs up in. This is an epidemic that's going on right now. And shout out to AC Reacts. He actually kind of puts out as far as we have these heavy demands. Looking the way they look. And it's crazy. But, I guess everybody got they wants and they needs to do things. So let's see what this is all about.
One thing these big backians tend to overlook is the actual reason why they're not getting what they want. First of all, their standards are extremely too high because of what they're giving in return. If I'm a guy that's out there and I'm making a certain amount of money, I'm doing well, I'm in a great position in life, right? Any woman that I get with, I will elevate her. So, and if I'm able to elevate her and even bring up her status, why should not ask for something in return. And what I usually will want in return, if I'm a man of that stature, is a woman that looks good. That's it. A woman that looks great. She's in great, she looks good facially. She's in great shape. And even if she's a 5 in the face, but she's in great shape and she has great character, a lot of guys wouldn't mind if she's a 5 in the face, as long as she's fit. But if you are, below average physically, like extremely below average, and you are a big back and you the size of 2 to 3 people, who are you to ask for somebody like me? The unmitigated gall of you, the nerve. What's wrong with you? But anyway, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Big back in.
Okay, what's up, y'all? So
Go ahead.
I have been off the dating scene for a minute because I wanted to take time out to get myself right. But now,
what does that even mean? See, when we hear that, we generally think you getting yourself right by going to the gym. What does that even mean? Getting yourself right. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Anyway, let's go.
now that I have some quick advice for plus size girlies who are looking to hit the dating scene and meet some new people. So number 1, get off of them dating sites. Those men want to experience you. They're not trying to build experiences with you.
What do you mean they want to experience you? What is she talking about? No. No. You see, the reason why you're on the dating sites is because these men actually don't want to experience you. So you get on a dating site and your profile pictures is usually just headshots because the rest of your body you don't want in the profile picture. A lot of these big back ends, when you see the profile, it's just headshots. So you try to get an emotional connection with the guys on the dating apps. You try to get an emotional connection online, which is crazy, but that's what they do. So when you do meet up with him, you want him to overlook your big back and look at your character. No, that's not happening because you are a
back. Yeah, my back is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big back has no room.
Sing
Big back, big back, big back, big back. Yeah, my back is loaded up with snacks and different foods. Squeeze into
This shit is hilarious. But I just want y'all to see this because this is like the epitome of bumfuckery that I've ever seen in my life. How entitled this bigums is talking. With all this caked up shit on her face, this hair hat on, and this, you just gotta see it. You gotta hear it to believe it. If you didn't see it here, you wouldn't understand that I was saying what I was saying.
into this tiny shirt, my big back has no room.
Who remembers that song? Who remembers it? Who remembers that? Let me play it. Let me play it one more time. Let me play it. Sing it.
Big back, big back, big back, big back. Yeah, my back is loaded up with snacks and
My back is loaded up with snacks and different foods.
Squeeze into this tiny shirt, my big
Squeeze into this tiny shirt. My big back has no
back has
room.
no room.
Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this.
Get off of the dating sites. Put on some clothes and get out of the house. How you expect to meet somebody if you don't leave the house? What, UPS, Instacart, Amazon Prime? How else you gonna meet them if you don't get out the house? Secondly, Avoid men who start out and they just want to chill. Like, if you start out chilling, you'll be chilling the whole time you know them. You deserve to be shown off. Yes, the world needs to see.
No, that's not how that goes. You know, you're going to be dating Dracula. You're going to be dating Dracula. You're only going to be seen at night, late at night. You're only going to be outside at night.
Unfortunately, ladies that are built like this woman, they're not going to parade you around the city like that. I understand that, you know, some Pookies and Ray Rays, they didn't set up there and pump y'all heads up because with your all that caked up makeup, you look a certain kind of way, at least in the face. But they looking at everything else. This woman didn't try to stand up to show who she really was at all in this video. You can look and tell that she's extremely overweight. But she's one of those ones that probably heard, you know, you real pretty to be a big girl. You know, you real pretty to be, you know, heavy like that. Some nigga that didn't have no other options and hit her up like at 12:30 in the morning and was like, what you doing? Nothing? All right, well, I'm about to come through. You smoke, you drink, what you drink on? Well, I drink it. All right. You smoking it? All right, I got that. You don't fix something to eat? Well, I ain't really a cooker, but damn, you don't cook? Well, fuck. You got some sandwich meat? I'll fucking make my own sandwich. I mean, goddamn. Crazy. But anyway, let's go.
He doesn't want to be seen with you. And you know why? Because you'll bring his stock down. See, that's what you do, big backs. You bring stock down. If a nice woman, let's say one of y'all out here is doing the unthinkable and you're dating a big back, or not even dating, seeing a big back, right? And let's say you got your eyes on this woman that you really into. You're just taking this big back on the tizzy toy. You're not into her like that, but you thirsty, you're thirsty, you on a gate with it, right? So, you thirsty and big backs are over here. They just happy to have anybody take them on the tizzy tour because I mean, look at them. But when you go for the woman that you want and she catches you with a big back, oh, it's a wrap. Oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Don't even talk to her anymore because she's going to think that you are stepping out of you're out of your league with her. She's going to look at it and be offended like, wait a minute, so you with a big backian and you think that you got a chance with her? That's how she's going to look at it. She's going to think, you're stepping out of your league. And what that does is bring your stock down. That's what they do. Big back ends bring your stock down. If you out there with a big back, she will bring your stock down. And don't forget your homies are going to clown you. They're going to be like, yo, you dating a king. You dating a California king, man. Back as wide as a California king.
His big body Benz. Make him take you out.
Ain't no big body Benz, man. Ain't no big body Benz. You are Astrovan.
Sis. Another one. When a guy asks for a selfie, stop sending pictures from the face up, the neck up.
Well, exactly. I didn't see this.
All right, well, if that's the case, show your true self. Show your true self in all of his essence, in all of his heavenly glory, since you are so confident about what you got going on. If you are all that right now, show yourself. Show yourself. I bet you won't do it. I bet you won't do it. But anyway, let's go. No, this one of them ones that somebody, a few people, and like hyped her head up because I guess she looks okay in the face to everybody else out there. But we already know what this is all about. But anyway, let's go.
See, this is what they do. This is what they do. You don't want to show the other 316 pounds of you.
Him your whole body. Stop turning to the side, posting up against the wall to hide your stomach. Cause baby, he knew exactly what he signed up for, and these rolls is Hawaiian.
No, he didn't. If you posting just your headshot, he didn't know what he was signing up for. Some of them, a lot of them you can't tell from their heads. They be having these, extremely big bodies, but slim heads.
Or they always taking pictures, or they always taking pictures lying down with just a headshot. You done seen it. We all done seen them. There is a serious problem with obesity in our community, man. And we got to get better with that shit. Like, for real. We got to get better with the obesity level that go on in the black community. The foods that we eat, the lack of exercise, the lack of being active, just sitting on your ass all day, every day for weeks and months and years on end. It does catch up with you. But anyway, let's go.
They have regular people heads. Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Either he can accept you or he could get the hell on. Do not have sex with these men too early.
What?
That's right. Hold your cookies.
Oh, Lord.
Or he could get the hell on. Do not have sex with these men too early. That's right. Hold your cookies. Put your...
Go do it. Do it. And you don't get no tizzy tour. First of all. He really don't want to take you on a tizzy tour. He really don't want to take you to Pound Town. You're the last option. So holding out, he goes like, so what? Who cares? They wasn't really interested in the first place. Hold off if you want. Doing you a favor. He's doing you a favor by taking you on a tizzy tour. He's doing you the favor. Because after that tizzy tour, it's the walk of shame. I can't believe I just did that, man. There's all types of things going on in his mind. Like I fell off, man. I used to be the man. Now look at me. I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I'm taking big backs on dizzy tours. What am I gonna do now? Going online.
Dude, AC, you stupid. You stupid as fuck. But hey, a lot of us men didn't probably one time or another then had that same feeling. When we was like, God damn, why did I do that? Damn, just because she was there. And you didn't have nothing else available for you. And that's why us men, we really need to learn how to apply great discipline so you don't get caught up in these kind of situations, because it could make you feel bad. Right. Like, come on, man. Show the whole body. You talking all this fucking cash shit, and you ain't showing your whole body, but we can tell just looking at your upper body and your face and your neck, and that you covering up. And all right, let's go.
Looking for the nearest therapist.
Cookies up. Because everybody knows that big girls got the best. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
What? The
And
best
guess
what?
what? If you start with
No,
that, that's
no.
all he'll ever want from you.
What it is that big girls, some of them know how to cook real good, and they will gobble up a man like the Last Supper. That's what. And if it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and you didn't have no other options, you just like, all right, fuck it. I ain't about to take her out. Damn, you don't never take me nowhere. Man, I be busy. Man, but you be saying you be off on Wednesdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Yeah, I know, but I be resting. Be tired. You make up any kind of excuse not to take them out in the middle of the day or the afternoon or even an early evening. Y'all make any kind of excuse not to take these kind of women out. And they want to talk all this shit, but trust me, after midnight, when they ain't got nothing else going on, and you got their number, and you call them, oh, they'll be ready. But we got to stop doing that, gentlemen. Stop doing that shit.
If he cannot value you with your clothes on, he definitely don't deserve you with them off.
You don't value yourself with your clothes on. Y'all out here wearing 2 pieces. Looking crazy. Looking like the Michelin Man.
And the most
Extreme
important
muffin
part
top.
is remember who you are. Be more confident. The real work starts from within because you're going to attract exactly what you give off. If you give off low energy,
the real work starts in a gym. Go to the gym. Look at those arms, man. Look at those arms. You know, back in the days, those lunch lady arms used to, signify that. Used to look at those arms and used to be like, she must make a mean pot roast. She must make a mean peach cobbler. No, not anymore. She makes a mean Mickey D's order. That's it. They just go out to eat. Those lunch lady arms mean nothing now. At least back in the days, dudes used to be like, yeah, she's washed and, not really into her like that. But I can get a meal out of her. Not anymore.
energy, low self-esteem, then these men are going to give you low energy. So make sure when you step outside, you hold your head up high. Take that goddamn bonnet off because it is not a hat. Get dressed. Smile.
You got a hat on top of a hat. It's you still got. Look at this. That's a hat. So you wear the Jiffy Pop on top of that. You got 2 hats on. You got 2 caps on. You got to take this off too. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Get out of here. What is she talking about? Anyway, let's go. Let's go. Hold on. What's going on?
Greet people. Walk into a room like you're supposed to be there. Because I promise you, if you go out with confidence and your head held high, they will know they can't come at you all kind of ways. Ain't no half stepping over here, brother. The
Who
real
you think
work
you are, Big
starts
Daddy
with you.
Kane? No, don't talk about half step. How many steps you put in today? Huh? Going through all types of convulsions, just walking across the living room. Ain't no half stepping.
You stupid.
Nah, seriously though, right? Nobody's gonna take nobody, you know, if you are with a big back, you're doing bad. That means you're down bad. And these big backs usually go for lower value guys because those are the only guys they can get. You'll see these big backs at the shelter. I'm not even joking now.
You are not going to see a woman that looks like this with a Michael Jordan, a Shaquille O'Neal, a fucking Gates, a fucking Jobs, fucking Zuckerberg. You're not going to see a woman that's. Look at this arm. Look at that. Look at that. Is that what the fuck are we doing, man? Like seriously. What the hell are we doing? Like seriously. This is all the way fucked up, man. This is all the way fucked up, man. Hey, Big Mike, don't worry about being late. Hey, you know how it is. You always catch it on the replay game. Hit the like button on the way in and like, share. And if you are new, please subscribe. You know, like I say, it's 2026. Man, we gotta do better than this. And then for women to actually have their mediated gall to have this veracity looking like this. Fuck the makeup, fuck that hair hat, fuck all that shit. Take all that shit off and talk to us in your natural state. With all this veracity. This shit crazy.
These big backs would be at the shelter looking for guys. They'll be at the shelter looking for guys. They definitely looking in prison, but they'll look for these guys at the shelter, and they look for the the Pookies, so they can give them the power up kit. The Pookie power up kit. The Pookie power up kit is fish, not fish, not fish, chicken wings and fried rice, right? It's chicken wings and fried rice, a black and mild, Charleston Chew, maybe a jawbreaker, and it's also some loud, right? What else? I did say black and mild, right? Yeah, I said black and mild. Oh, and the Parmesan. So it's the chicken wings, fried rice, black and mild, Parmesan, and a Charleston Chew and some loud. That's the Pookie power up kit. So she'll watch him eat in a corner, right? She'll watch him eat in a corner. She'll watch him smoke afterwards. First, he'll eat the chicken wings and fried rice, right? And then after that, he'll smoke the black and mild, right? And then after the black and mild, he'll light up the loud, right? And then he'll pour himself a cup or just drink straight out the bottle. Just drink straight out the bottle, sip some Parmesan. And she's watching this because she knows the process. And then she'll go in the room, get undressed, and wait for him to come in there and go to town. That's the Pookie, because she watching him power up. See, as he eat and smoke and drink, the Pookie is powering up, right? He's powering up.
So basically, the Pookie is doing all this to make him forget about how low he didn't put himself in for the sake of being with a woman. You're not respecting the process. You're not getting with the right program. You just drinking and eating and smoking and getting yourself numb to the fact that you were about to just totally disrespect yourself, dealing with a person that you're not about to take seriously. And brothers, we need to stop doing this shit. because so many of us have done this in our time once or twice, or maybe 3 times in our lifetime. I'm sure a lot of us have gotten it or put ourselves in situations where we was actually with someone that wasn't quite to what we really wanted, but because they gave you the attention that you was looking for, you said, fuck it. And it's not a good move. It's not. It's not a good look. It's not, because it's women like them that done had that happen more than 5 times. Trust me, as big as this girl's arms and shoulders and neck and strong her face is, I'm sure at least 5 or 6 times she didn't got it from a man that probably didn't really want her, but they had no other option at those in particular times. And she was ready and available. And he was like, fuck it. And yeah, there you go. And that's why she acts and talks the way she's talking right now.
So he can take her on a tizzy tour because he has no energy. He hasn't eaten all day. He hasn't smoked all day, didn't drink all day. So everything is low. Once he starts drinking, smoking, he has enough energy to take that big back on a tizzy tour. So that's what they be looking for at the shelters, at the shizzy. At the shizzy, they look for the homeless men and the pookies. Now, just because you're homeless doesn't mean you're a pookie. So I make a clear distinction. They look for the homeless men and they look for the pookies, right? And those dudes that low value dudes are dudes that have no ambition, right? Dudes that don't care about hard work, right? That don't care about hard work, right? Those are the type of guys that expect handouts, right? Living off of women, right? Living off of their baby mothers and stuff like that, right? These are low value guys, aka pookies, right? And a lot of these dudes, right, don't have really no type of ambition in life. They don't care about, they just looking to get past the day, right? They're not trying to work hard towards anything. They don't save anything. So they generally don't have anything, right? And these big backs know it. So they go search for these guys because these are the guys that they can easily manipulate. That's number one. And these are the guys that they can afford. They can't afford nobody else because they're broke too. Big backs are broke too. So they really can't afford. If they wanted to pay for a guy, they would, but they can't afford to pay for a guy of a higher caliber, even if he was for sale. They can't afford him. So they have to pay for the pookies with the Pookie Power Up kit that probably come up to $30. And that's what you are. Like, wow, look at the size of that arm, man. Look at the size of that arm. Imagine getting clotheslined by that. Look at this.
Stupid. He's stupid. He's stupid by that. But anywho, shout out to AC Reacts. He crazy. He one of them New York niggas. But all right, we about to wrap it up with this other one. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson for putting this out here like this. You know what I'm saying? Because he really put it in a good perspective about what was going on with this whole Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb situation. And Tariq Nasheed said it best about the character of Anton Daniels. So let's bring it in, and we're gonna talk about it.
Anton is a performative white tea kisser. That's what it is. Anton is a performative. He does that performative white tea kissing. He does that.
In the last few days, a lot of people have weighed in on what's going on with Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. But a person who's weighed in on Anton Daniels before has actually decided to put his foot in the game. That person is no other than Tariq Nasheed. Now, Anton Daniels has been, I think, critical of Tariq, and both of them have kind of had maybe a little bit of a back and forth. And then really it comes to the position that Anton Daniels has taken on reparations.
Anton is a performative white ass kissing. You know, that's what it is. Anton is a performative. He does that performative white kissing. He does that. He panders to that crowd. And I don't even knock the hustle, by the way. I don't knock the hustle. You know, Anton panders to the white supremacist alt-right crowd, being the, you know, the so-called reasonable black person.
What?
Oh, I'm not like the rest.
Hold on.
Ain't no race.
Hold on. What Corey Holcomb was trying to bring to his attention when he said you kissed the ass of the white man. But see, he didn't like that. That's why he did what he did and said what he said, just like what he said to Quentin on that panel show about him being, you know, funny and, you know, fruit and sugar in the tank, acting and sucking D and all this other shit. He's good for doing that to black men. Not just Corey. He's good for doing that, period. To black men that give him pushback. Not Corey. Anton Daniels does not like when other black men give him pushback on his talking points because he feel that he knows everything. He's one of them know-it-all type niggas. And what pisses me off about him is that he does that in a matter of disrespect. So when the disrespect comes back to you, now you want to cry victim. Now you want to say all this other shit. Man, this shit's about to get 100. So, hey, let's listen.
Racism, the white people ain't bad. We don't need reparations. He's on that. Anton has explicitly said we shouldn't get reparations, and he's actively against it. Oh, he's went out of his way to say we shouldn't get reparations.
So the reality is this: Tariq is saying, like, I don't knock the hustle. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but what you're doing is a grift. Okay, you're trying to cater yourself with these white talking points, and this is interesting because if you look at Anton's, you know, I don't know if this is a person that he's grooming to be in the industry or a person he's mentoring. This person, pop culture Mika, obviously she's kind of on the same thing. She's going to black conservative conventions. You know, she's coming hard on people with no accountability. She's reacting to a lot of the red pill talking points, you know, kind of that industry of women who are now, you know, being red pill, women who are now, you know, kind of getting onto the.
And to be honest with you, I don't think she's true to what she's talking about. I don't think she's really with the movement. I don't think she's really about helping the community improve themselves. I think she's using different people's talking points to benefit herself monetarily. And this is the problem that we have. This is why content creators like Sinful to P, content creators like Kevin Samuels really need to be here still now. And God rest their souls for them two not being here. Because regardless of what anybody had to say, those two content creators were two polar opposites, but they had the same mindset. And that was to give information correctly in their own way. This is what I want to try to convey with what I got going on with my platform. I want to at least give you information that can help you, information that can make you think, information that can make you want to move a different way than maybe what you've been doing. And I'm not saying that how you're moving is wrong. I don't know this per se. I can't assess what everyone that tunes in to me or catches wind to what I'm doing and say that you guys are moving the wrong way because I don't know. We're not interactive like that, but I would like for all of us to interact more in the chat, have our grown folks conversations, give your opinions so we can come and resolve what needs to be, talked about. But what I'm really starting to see right now is that there are a lot of creators that are out here doing it for the sake of grifting and capitalizing on it. Anton Daniels said out his mouth after the first encounter with Corey Holcomb last week that he's going to make $1 million off that man for that bullshit that they did. Who does that? Who brags about shit like that? Who talks in that manner? Only, see, he tells on himself. And that's what a lot of people are not understanding. What Anton is doing. He's telling on himself that you don't give a fuck about nothing but the almighty dollar and to appease those that keeps his gravy train going. Because he's not a 100% boss his goddamn self. He can say that bullshit all he fucking want. He got to answer to somebody too. He ain't 100% independent. Because if he was, he wouldn't talk some of the political points that he talks about. I done seen them on network television. How many content creators get on, CNN and, networks like that? Content creators. I don't see O'Shea on that. I don't see Tariq Nasheed on that. I don't see Angry Man on those. I don't see Messy Mashawn on those. I don't see them on those major platforms. You got to be a certain kind of person to get on those in particular platforms on a grand scale. Some people are satisfied with just doing it the way we're doing it right now, grassroots, building your audience organically and making it do what it do. But you got some that cut corners. I won't even necessarily say cut corners, but they make deals with certain circles of people just so that person can put out a certain agenda to satisfy those certain circles of people. And do I think Anton Daniels fits that mold? Yes, I do. I lost all respect for him on what happened with him and Corey. Corey, I can understand. Corey don't give a fuck. Corey's a grimy motherfucker. He said it out of his own mouth. He's a dirtbag. He's also a comedian. He's also a ghetto comedian that came up from Chicago. And I'm not trying to justify Chicago as being all ghetto and this, that, and the third, because I'm from Chicago. And I don't have to talk like that. I don't have to move like that. I don't have to be like that. But trust me, I understand. And I understand everybody else's positions behind it. Was he right for doing what he did and putting his family, Anton Daniels' family, on blast like that? No. But I understand why. Because in war, Everything is up for grabs. Everything is a casualty. But let's continue.
To the conservative, kind of movement. So she's doing the same thing too, and it seems like Anton Daniels is kind of coaching her up. All right, but then this is probably the most important part of the argument.
So anyway, during the confrontation, him and Corey were going back and forth. He was pushing back on Corey. Corey was pushing back, and Corey was like, "Hey, you kissing? You got all this criticism for black people. You don't never say anything about white people." And Anton said, "You suck black people's D." And Corey was like, "Hey, hold on now."
My thing is this, and I'll say this once. I've said this once, and I'll say it again. Corey saying you kissed the ass of white man is nowhere near to the magnitude of disrespect when Anton said, well, you suck the dick of black people, not just men. He said black people. That means everybody. Okay? Some people don't play like that. Some people don't play those kind of sex games. He's Generation X just like I'm Generation X. Meaning, Corey Holcomb. We didn't play that kind of shit growing up. When we were coming up in our younger years in the 80s, the mid, late 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, when we would interact with other men and they would say some shit like that, it was time to move some furniture out the way. Because we're looking at it like, so what you trying to say, nigga? You trying to say I'm funny like that? You trying to say I'm sweet in the ass like that? You trying to emasculate me like that? And think I'm about to let that shit, man, look at, say it again. I get where Corey was at with it on that instance. I know a lot of people don't understand that veracity and that mindset and that tonality. I understand. You would have to be in those situations coming up as a youth, as a young boy, becoming a man to understand that kind of talk. Any man that says that shit, fuck what these two did. Any man that said what the fuck Anton Daniels said to Corey out here in the streets, nigga, suck my dick. Nigga, you suck dick, don't you? What? What you just say? That's stepping across the line. That's knocking that battery off a motherfucker's shoulder. That's making that man feel like he a bitch. Oh, so you trying to make me feel like a bitch? You think I'm a bitch? That can cause a lot of problems. And I know it'll be, well, damn, he didn't have to go and talk about his family like that. Maybe so. Maybe so. You might be correct. But let me ask you a question. You try to have a discussion with a person, right? And both y'all are influencers in your own right. Corey's been around in the business and made a name for himself for over 30 fucking years. But Anton want to say this nigga broke? All right, what up? What up? You don't know what's in that man's pockets. Why you pocket watching? That's some feminine ass shit right there. Why is a grown man pocket watching what another grown ass man is doing? And you have no clue or no idea how that motherfucker makes his money, nigga. Because you don't follow him like that. You're in your own little bubble, your own little circle. You don't know what Corey's been doing over these last 30 plus fucking years. He is one of the most popular underground comedics of our time. You're lucky it was Corey. Lord forbid if you would have done this bullshit to Cat Williams, another grassroots brother. Lord help you if you would have disrespected Cat Williams doing the same bullshit. Cat would have said, fuck it, bust you in your mouth. See, it's people like Anton that knows who to push and who not to push. He knows. He knew Corey wasn't about to do that. Corey done had this show on YouTube for 17 years. You think he about to fuck it up because of this new nigga? Because that's in his eyes, he a new nigga. I'm that nigga. I've been here 17 plus years. Nigga, what you been around what? Maybe 10 at the most? At least over the last 5 years you became relevant. It was said that back in the day you was a scammer. So I understand where you got some of your money from. But nigga, this man been in the game 30 plus years. He didn't had a YouTube content creating platform for 17 going on 18 years. You can't compare. But you want to call him broke. The nerve of you. The nerve. Anyway, let's go.
Well, now, hold on. Hey, wait a minute now. You talking like that?
So let me kind of add more context to this, because really what happened here was that Corey Holcomb said, you kiss or you lick white people's asses all the time. And instead of Anton saying, well, you kiss black people's asses all the time, Anton decided to say, you suck the D. So I just wanted to give some more clarity to what actually was said. But this is important.
You talking like that, you know, we might have to go somewhere with this thing. So Darlene was there. That's my homegirl. Darlene was there. So he's like, Corey's like, Darlene, move out the way. So we sat right in front of Anton. It was like, hey, man, say all that sucking D stuff again. Say that again, man. It's going to be up. And, you know, Anton was like, yeah, Corey, you ain't going to do nothing. And I'm saying this to your face. And then
No.
Anton, later on in the broadcast, Anton was like, yeah, we can go outside.
No.
And Corey's like, no, we're going to
unfortunately
sit here and, you know,
Corey
chop it up or whatever. And
unfortunately, well, damn, my shit tweaked. Unfortunately, Corey was all about that. Will Corey have taken a 30-day suspension, cracking him in his face right then and there? If he would have said it one more time, he probably would have. You probably wouldn't see the 5150 show until like the second week of February. If that would have happened. If Anton would have really been about that life and stood on what the fuck he said. You know, all that bullshit that he was doing, he went on a whole thought tour after that night, going to all these different podcasts, talking about how, you know, he'll whoop Corey's ass, but why didn't you do it that night? Because one, you didn't want that broad that you was with to see you get beat the fuck down. Because even though Corey didn't have no real main security and his homeboy Craig wasn't there, you got out right on time. Because if the shit would have jumped off and it would have got to that point and you made Corey swing on you, he wouldn't have gave a fuck. And it ain't that he ain't got the money to fucking fight it in court. So while you claiming that you so rich and you this and you that, all this other shit, yeah, Corey got money too. And this is the fuckery about this whole scenario right here. Anton Daniels used Corey's platform to help try to elevate him, to get him in a different light of other people other than the people that was already following him. You should have just stayed in your lane. You and Corey are two different fucking entities as far as talking points, ideology, mindset, and fan base. Are there going to be people that don't like Corey? Of course, because Corey, as long as he's been in this business, has been on the cusp of fuckery. He done said some jokes that had pissed motherfuckers off, but it was still funny to a degree. And shout out to Messi for coming on my show earlier. And I know you saying that, Corey and Craig are not that funny to you, and you have every right to feel that way. But you got to understand where they relate to certain kind of people. Okay. And they reach out and they touch certain groups of individuals in this world that can understand where they're thinking, where they're going in. They can visualize. See, the best comedians are comedians that are visual with how they speak. Meaning, they're saying a joke and you can literally envision what the fuck they're talking about. That's what makes them funny. That's what makes them legendary. I'm not a comedian. My wife would tell you all the time. I say shit that makes her think of the visual of it. And she's looking at me like, man, why you do that? I can't even unsee this. You wrong for that. She'll laugh on it. But she's like, boy, you got problems. No. I just get the lingo. I just get the energy behind it. So when another man tells another man, hey, look, you suck indeed. Hold on, bro. Now you done crossed the line. We can talk all this other shit up. Being an Uncle Tom, nigga, you that butt hurt because he basically called you an Uncle Tom? Are you? Because you took real offense to that. For you to want to double back and say, well, shit, you suck D of all the black people. Are you that butthurt? Or are you that guilty?
He never said it again. He never said it again. When Corey was in his face, he didn't say it again. Now,
so at the point that Corey Holcomb switches positions, he's saying like, look, Corey said, why don't you say it again? Say I suck the D of white folks again. And Anton said, let's go outside. Tariq is saying, hey, well, Anton never said that again, right? He never said that again. And then he says it.
Some people are like, well, Corey backed down because Anton got up and said, hey, we can go.
No, Corey understands the business. Corey understands that he didn't have this fucking channel for 17 going on 18 years. Why the fuck am I going to fuck it up over this peon in his eyes? See, Anton might think he got more money than him, more status than him, more collateral than Corey, but Corey's is a self-made man, meaning he don't answer to no one. Like Cat Williams, he doesn't answer or take orders or move for no one but himself. The deals that Corey Holcomb got going on in his life right now, he's the sole controller. Him and his team, not him, his team, and a fucking company. It's a difference. It's a difference. All money ain't good money. All money is not good money. And I understand that a lot of us got to work a certain job. We got to work for certain companies to earn our living and earn our checks and this, that, and the other. But you know what real freedom is? Not having to get up for no one but yourself. That's freedom. That's true freedom. I ain't got to get up if I don't want to get up today. I ain't got to do this because they said I need to do this. I'm going to do this, that, and the third, and I'm going to still make my money. I'm not going to take that deal if I don't think that's a good deal. I'm not about to go to that state if I don't think that's going to make me any money. There's certain people that control their own destinies 100%. Anton is not that person. He could talk that bullshit all he wants. But when it comes down to the skinny, when it hits the meat of the matter, when the rubber hits the road, for you to sit there and call that man broke, nigga, you have no clue what this man does. He ain't hurting for shit. He's not Aries Spears. Need I say more?
Outside. Let's be very clear. Anton wasn't going to do nothing. Let's be clear. Anton wasn't going to do nothing. I saw a video of Anton. I think he made it today, talking about how he would have beat Corey up and all that. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Yeah, he had security with him. There's a couple of things that he said on the broadcast that let me know Anton wasn't about to swing or do nothing.
Now, Anton is going around saying that he would have beat the brakes off of Corey. But Tariq is taking it another step forward, saying, look, that Anton is not going to do nothing. How does he know this?
When they were talking about jail, Anton said, I ain't been to jail. I'm never going to jail. I would never do anything that would put me in jail. I don't hang around who've been to jail and all of that. And that was a very interesting thing to say. That was interesting. That right there lets you know Anton wasn't about to swing or do nothing. Anton wasn't going to do nothing. Right there. He's letting you know, you get into a physical fight, there's a possibility you go to jail. Now, we don't want to go to jail, but some people, we're not scared of jails. But when people say they're never going to jail, that means a lot of these cats, and you don't want to go to jail, by the way, but you're scared of jail. You're scared of it because you wouldn't really survive in there because white men can't protect you. You understand? The Sambo class, they rely on white male protection.
Now, this is important. He's saying that most people don't want to go to jail, and if you fight, you might go to jail. So that's letting him know that he wouldn't have done anything. Now, again, I'm not here to say that if, let's say, Corey Holcomb swings on Anton Daniels, I'm almost for certain that Anton Daniels would try to defend himself. I don't think that Anton Daniels would not defend himself, or Anton Daniels was not going to back down.
I don't know what it is with me and how I feel, but I gotta come clean with the whole, you dig, the aesthetic part. I've noticed a lot of men that wear these new style beards, like how they wear, are a bunch of bitches. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't know. I might be wrong. I might not know what I'm talking about. But it is something about men that walk around with whole afros on their face that make me look at them as being soft. SWAFT, soft. Like toilet paper. I don't know. I didn't see too many of them. They want to look a certain way, but in reality, they really not that way. I mean, if I'm wrong, hey, it is what it is. But from my observation, man, that got these full beards like that, and I ain't saying all, but a large. I mean, the bushy ones. I mean, I know Corey got like that kind of similar, thing with him, but it ain't like how like Harding and some of these other motherfuckers, Rick Ross and you know people like that, got them. I didn't, like the damn near whole fucking like half an afro on your face and shit. I ain't about to do all that. Even if it could grow like that, my shit don't grow like that, which I'm kind of glad, you know, because it kind of takes away from my actual features, and I just don't like that look. It's never been my thing. I'm like, why you want all this hair on your face like that? So I'm kind of glad the mines didn't grow like that. But that shit, I don't know, for whatever reason, the men that be caring so much about their beards like that and cultivated in that way where it's all super big and swole and shit, them be the biggest pussies. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, but that's just my opinion. If you feel a certain way about it, hey, let me know in the comments. But that's just what I think.
I don't think that neither one of them were scared to go at that particular point. If somebody would have actually swung on somebody, I most likely feel like Anton, even a losing manner. I mean, like everybody's watching you on live stream. You got to do something at that point. So if he does try to hit you and you don't get hurt, where you're incapacitated, you have to do something. So I probably believe that Anton Daniels, if that would have happened, would probably try to defend himself. But then Tariq says this.
Little slick shit again about sucking this and sucking that. Corey would have just swung on him and said, hey, man, I'm just going to have to deal with the consequences. But let's be very clear. When Anton got up talking about let's go outside, for cats like him, that's a stalling tactic.
Exactly.
That's a stalling tactic. If it's up, it's just going to be up right there. All that, hey, let's go over here. Let's go over there. Let me take my shoes off. Hold on. Let me get my coat off. When dudes do all of that stalling. Yeah. Anton wasn't going to do nothing. Let's be clear. All of that, let's go outside. You know what Anton was going to do? Because he had his phone in his hand. He already dialed 9. He was just waiting to dial the 11. If they went outside, Anton would have dialed 911. Let's stop playing.
So he said, like, look,
or he would have ran, or got his security to try to jump on Corey. But whatever.
listen, and I make this point also. Corey is telling him to say it again, and Anton Daniels is saying, let's go outside. And Tariq says this is a stalling tactic. Now, I never thought about it that way. It makes sense. It could be a stalling tactic. What I felt that Anton Daniels was trying to do at this particular point was to create separation because he was real close. Corey was on him. He sat closer to him to get closer to him, and somebody would only want to get closer to you so they could. I mean, they ain't getting closer to you so they cannot touch you if they need to. So when he says let's go outside, I think that what he's trying to do is create distance for himself. It's kind of remove himself from harm's way. Now Tariq says it is a stalling tactic, and it could very well be a stalling tactic, right? But for those people who are saying that like Corey Holcomb is scary, he's a punk, he wouldn't fight. Let me tell you something, man. And this is what I've kind of found out researching comics. Comics fight, bro. Like, I don't know why y'all think that comedians don't fight. I heard about Scruncho fighting people. Like, they say his hands is like one balled up fist is like a damn basketball. They say he like knocked dudes out. Like comedians fight each other all the time. They fight fans, like black comedians, and like dealing in the black comic world where it's a lot of dudes out there who are comics who are not known. They funny, but they got hands. It's just like if you play sports, if you play football, you play basketball, those things, a lot of altercations happen. People fight. It's drinks involved in that. It's money involved in that. It's comedy managers involved in that. Strippers fight. I mean, people who are in these industries fight. Like comics fight. Same thing with actors, rappers. I mean, these guys will fight. I heard some stories about Genuine. I'll tell you the other person, Tyrone Hunter. I mean, he played Kane in Menace Society. These dudes will fight like all day long. Like these are N-words. So if Corey Holcomb was a person that didn't fight, if Corey Holcomb was a person that was like back down, if he ran from confrontations, we would know that by now because comics would be talking about it. Like if he was a person that just,
we would know that by now because he been around over 30 goddamn years. I ain't never heard about Corey getting his ass whooped in the streets, at a comedy show, in public, out and about. None. I ain't never heard it. Not at all. And Corey's older than Anton. When I just heard Anton's like 41, I believe. Corey's like a year or two older than me, maybe. At least a year. I'm gonna be 55 this summer. So I know he's at least he's knocking on 60 before me. But that's besides the fucking point. In my old age, don't nobody want this problem. And I'm not saying I'm the baddest man in the world and none of that shit, but nobody is going to give me that problem. I ain't had a fight in almost 25 years. Like, seriously. Half of my years is probably the last time I had a fight. Like, square up fight. And I don't brag on what I do, so I'm not even going to get into all that. But when we get to the age, the ripe age that we are, when we 50 plus, we ain't got time for this shit. We don't have time to deal with these uber sensitive, feminine ass, fucking bitch made ass men. We don't have time for that. I would rather leave you alone than go there. I would rather for you to leave my fucking presence and don't come back no more than to do that. Because what's the point? What's the point in me beating your ass and me putting myself in a situation that could jeopardize my life at that stage in age in my life? You're not worth it. So it's either you get the fuck out my face or you get the fuck out my face. I'm not about to risk what I've built for your peon ass. And in my opinion, and in my humble assessment, in my opinion, Anton Daniels is a peon compared to fucking Corey. On the content creating, on his career path, on his independence, on all that. And I'm not saying that just because Corey's from fucking Chicago. I'm saying that because I've watched this man do his shit for the last 30 plus fucking years. How many motherfuckers can do that? How many people can actually be 100% solid on their own views, mind, conviction, and still do what the fuck they do out here in the world without it stopping? How many? How many can do that? How many of y'all can say y'all have done that? How many of y'all even got that fucking energy in you to do it? How? It's only a few that can. It's only a few. But man, shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. I hope everyone has had a good night tonight. I was having some other technical difficulties with my sound box that was kind of fucking with my reception. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'll figure that shit out. Like I say, I'm struggle streaming out here in the world, and but I'm still keeping it 100. You know, but for real, I understand. I understand where everybody's at with the whole debacle of these two brothers having their thing. But I will say this: Anton kept it going when he went on his, twerking tour for the whole week after, going on all these other podcasts talking about, yeah, I whooped Corey's ass, blah, blah, blah. I fucked him up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you say that shit now while you thousands of miles away from him now. Why ain't you say that shit when he was right there in your face? Why didn't you repeat what you told him that triggered him? Gave him PTSD. Why ain't you say it again? What do you have to lose, right? Because obviously you went on the next day and after this past Tuesday talking about how your daughter, you had to pull your daughter out of school because of all this shit that went on. Nigga, that was your fault. That was your fault. And my thing is this: your daughter's underage, right? We all having adult conversations. How did your daughter find out about that? How did your daughter find out about what Corey said about her and her mother? I understand the mom can like have access to this kind of shit. So this is the kind of discussions that y'all have in the house. You claim so hard that you want to protect and shield your daughter, your only daughter, as you say, which is some fuck shit. Because Kevin Samuels said it as well. It's really selfish for parents to have only one child because that child has to grow up by themselves, don't know how to interact unless they're interacting with people on the outside. And it's always good to have siblings to feed off each other, to love each other, to build bonds with each other. And so if nothing else out here in this world is worth a damn, those siblings can always count on each other. But you made a self-entitled, spoiled little brat. Talking about how you spent millions and millions for her to do this and she's supposed to be in the Olympics and blah, 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 blah. That broad gonna be nuts. Because she didn't have the opportunity to at least even have a sibling and to grow up with, to care for, to care with, to have that person love them and they love her sibling. That's some selfish shit. It is selfish in this society to have a child that don't have a sibling. That's selfish to me. Like I said, Kevin Samuels said this shit very, very pronounced and very, very frequently. How it's a bad deal for you to have a child and don't have a sibling that goes hand in hand with that child. It's not a good thing. Psychologically, look at the numbers of people who are only children opposed to the people that have brothers and sisters and their behaviors. And you'll understand what I'm talking about. Do the research. I'm not just saying this shit just because I have siblings myself. Hell, I grew up basically, because the age difference between my siblings and me is astronomical. I mean, not really that bad, but you know how my family dynamic is. My siblings are at the age where they could actually be my children. That's the age gap that happened between me and my siblings. But it is what it is with that. My mother had me when she was very young. She was a teenager when she had me. When she had my siblings, she was in her mid, late 20s, early 30s. It's a long time in between, you know? So it is what it is with that. But anyway, I appreciate everyone that has been tuning in. I'm quite sure it's going to be more subject matter of this whole Corey and Anton situation. I know everybody's going to have their own opinions about how they feel about it. My opinion is that, you know, these were two people from two totally different sides of the spectrum that it just didn't work. And Corey took made, took a fashion risk and lost. Not saying that he lost as far as his respect or his ability to make money, but he lost in the sense that he tried to have a discussion with a person that was a polar opposite of him that had an agenda. And his agenda was to make money off of this bullshit if he planned it or not. Had nothing to do with building bridges and starting other networks of content and none of that. None of that. Anton did what he did because Anton wanted to do what he did. And then went on a fucking twerking tour, popping his pussy all over the internet. Talking about what he'd do and what he could have done or what he would have done. And this person, he wasn't on that. Nigga, what up? Stop it. Just shut the fuck up. Like straight up. Bag chaser, ass chaser. That's what you kind of making people look like. Because you keep talking about how these men be sucking whatever. Is that what's really going on in the back of your mind? About, grabbing, cupping someone by the balls and like ever gently so kissing they shaft? Is that what you're on? Because if so, let us know. Because goddamn, we need to stop watching. You want to rub his balls on your beard or some shit. The fuck wrong with you, dude? Anywho, I'm sorry. I know I'm going a little bit too far. I do appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. I want everybody to have a great remainder weekend. Please try to stay warm. If y'all on the in the Midwest area, we know we've had some below zero temperatures. I hope y'all safe out here. I hope y'all are staying indoors. Stand inside. If there's nothing serious that you have to get out here for, don't go out here in these streets. Okay? Let the weather change, let the weather warm up some, and do what you got to do. But like my man Simple the P always used to say, hey, I want you to live as long as you want and never want as long as you live. I am Ross Lee. You are here at the Black Bottom Roscast. I want you to like, share, and subscribe if you are new. And until next time, we are gone.